misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. When walls talk back and windows cry, boundaries drawn under heavy skies. In the space between the set and scene lies a story that cuts unclean. Hold the ties that thread and tangle tight. Diplomatic dances in the cold moonlight. A step misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. Persona non grata carried far away.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
March 17th, 2025. Welcome back to the program, folks. Yeah, how's it going? How's it going there? I'll get this up a little bit higher there. There we go. Get my St. Patrick's Day stuff going there, my regalia going. So welcome back, folks. Good to see you again. Let's get this buttoned up here. Couldn't quite get this necklace to come up high enough. How's it going? Welcome back to the program. Let's try that. There we go. Twist it up in a knot there. Maybe it'll stay up this way. Put it down there. There we go. There you go. There you go. Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the program. It's Chris live in central Pennsylvania. The end of St. Patrick's Day. The day St. Patrick chased the snakes out of Ireland. How y'all doing out there? How's it going? Are you well? Notice my green microphone and my green four-leaf clover. My cap. My green little monsters on the shelf there. Yeah, and got an Irish mug over there. A little hard to see in front of the greatest of all time. There's a little leprechaun over there. Anyway. Well, folks, welcome back. We'll have some news to talk about here tonight, not the least of which is the shocking news. Donald Trump has withdrawn the secret protection for Hunter Biden and Ashley Biden. Hunter Biden on holiday in South Africa, and South Africa can't catch a break, folks. The government of South Africa did nothing wrong. They took no action. They made no stupid statements. They did nothing wrong. And yet they find themselves in the crosshairs tonight. Donald John Trump said that South Africa is on a watch list. What does that mean? Well, watch list is usually a terrorist. That's what's most commonly affiliated with this terrorist watch list. South Africa couldn't possibly be on a terrorist watch list, could it? Maybe it could. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, South Africa's definitely got itself in the crosshairs. And the more that South African politicians run their mouths, the worse it gets for South Africa. It's not good, folks. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. Yeah, St. Patrick's gangster going on here. The OG, man. That's right. OG. Oh, wait. Is that some kind of symbol for something we don't know? Anyway. I didn't see any Iranian ship sank. That's news to me. It isn't appearing in the news anywhere here. Louise Rayner, welcome to you. Karen Bapst, thank you, Crooked Biden and Rasul, for keeping Trump reminded of us almost daily. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Army 327, are you here? I didn't see you there. All right, so there's no left or right anymore. Either you're normal or batshit crazy. I think that's right. Here, let's. Speaking of batshit crazy, well, this is backwards now. Let's turn it around and have a little fun with it there. There we go. Ooh, do you have epilepsy? That'll throw you off a little bit there. Oh, that's a little distracting, isn't it there? So Gideon Ruiz is in Japan. Oh, there you go. There's my heartbeat. There you go. It's marching in time with my heartbeat. If my heartbeat's moving that fast, I got a problem. There we go. All right. So thank you for the super chat, Gideon Ruiz in Japan. 200 yen. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Happy pardon-free day. Exactly. Pardon-free day. No pardons today. We have no pardons today. So, who else we got there? Xander von Rensburg, Hendo, our extraordinary moderator. There's Army3275, right-wing extremist check-in. Welcome to my fellow Neanderthals, canines, and right-wing podcaster. We all know that all the right-wing podcasters hang out here on Chris Wyatt Reports on the Wyatt Independent News Network. Win, win, win. Because all I do is win, 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 no matter what. And my hands go up, and they stay there. And they stay there. Yeah, yeah, bo. Yeah, bo. Sounds like Martin's having a good day thus far. So glad that I'm here. Wake up to crazy news. It is, Louise. You can't go to sleep anymore. The moment you wake up, Trump has shook the world again. So glad I'm here. Okay, do you guys think President Ramaphosa knew of Biden chilling? Probably not. Probably not. Trump didn't know about it. Trump found out from a reporter. Prayers to all those affected by recent farm attacks. Yeah, no doubt, Army 3275. There's a little bag of Cyril's couch. We know the truth. Sonia, morning. Seems like a lot happened during the night. Attacks, yep. South Africa on the watch list, yes. And Israel has attacked Gaza again after the ceasefire has failed, and they failed to comply. So Israel is back on the offensive, bombing Gaza all night long, just obliterating it. So, and the U.S. is attacking bad guys as well. Army, I'm well. Okay, cool beans. Okay, what else got there? Dave Wilson, welcome. By the way, folks, I showed that graphic last night, so I want to thank everybody who shares this channel and lets people know about it, because it's clear that YouTube is playing its games again. We had a surge. We broke the algorithm briefly, and we broke through. But clearly, there's something going on here. And let me show you this. Let me explain this chart to you before we go any further talking about things tonight. I want you to see this, to see just how insidious this is. Now, to make this make sense, I'm going to explain it, okay? Well, that makes sense. Of course, I would explain it. So what you're going to see is a chart that came from my data screen, my studio, and it shows purple line for subscribers and views per day, okay? So everywhere you see a little uptick on the graph or downtick, that is the number of my existing subscribers, which has grown, and those people coming back and watching my content. And for that, I thank you all very much. 200 plus people here right now. Thank you so much for that. The blue line is the number of non-subscribers who find my content and watch a video. So every day, if I have a blue line, that's a chance to gain a subscriber because they're introduced to my content and go, oh, check this out. And I could become a subscriber. But watch something. You will see that the new subscriber and the existing subscriber are lock sync. They're like this for several weeks. And that's when my channel is growing, okay? Right? Growing. And then as I surged, suddenly the returning viewers stayed high, but the new viewers kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, forming a delta, a deficit, a delta that was here, and then in the past month has grown to this. And I'm going to show you this on this chart. What does that mean? That means that new people aren't finding my content on YouTube. Now, why does that happen? Maybe my content isn't good. Is my content not good, folks? You tell me. Has it degraded in quality over the past, in March? Are my videos less appealing, less attractive, less interesting than they were in February or January? If you think so, then maybe that's a cause, but I don't think so. I know what the reason is. The reason is because YouTube is not recommending my videos. It's not putting it up next or for you. It's not doing that often enough. And as a consequence, people don't see my content because it's being hidden. While other channels grow, my channel is once again being attacked. So, not complaining. I know the game. I know how YouTube works, but it's unfortunate. People talking about me getting 100,000 subscribers. That's not going to happen with this. This isn't going to let it happen. Here you go. So you can see on the left-hand side of the chart, okay? Now, the 9 plus down there, that just means I did 9 videos that day, okay? Johnny Arnold just subscribed. There you go. I just complain about subscribers and get one. The purple, you can see that we have had consistently now over 30,000 views with returning subscribers. And then if you look below that, when my channel starts to get very popular, there starts to be a gap between the blue and purple line to where it is now, to where one day in this, we had just about 2,500 new viewers when I had over 50,000 returning viewers. Now, isn't that odd? That shouldn't be happening, folks. Data-wise, that's implausible. Such things do not happen. There can be a gap between the two, but a growing deficit when the channel is growing more popular and more views. We're setting records with views. We're setting records with production here. We're setting all kinds of records, yet we're getting fewer and fewer new people seeing it. That can only mean one thing. If the content's becoming more popular amongst people who are watching the channel, and as we slowly gain subscribers, they continue to watch it too, then clearly the content must be good enough to attract and retain viewers. So why aren't more viewers finding the content? Well, it's pretty simple. And it's called YouTube. That's what it's all about, folks. That's what it's all about. It's called YouTube. Yeah, it looks like the Republican Party versus Democratic Party, they were even, now they're separating. There you go. All right, so Yolanda, David Wilson. So every time you introduce someone to my channel, every time you convince someone to check out my channel, give it a chance, you do us all a favor. You help us grow that number. And why does the number matter? For a lot of reasons. If I actually made money off the advertising on this channel, then I could do a lot more. I mean, I'm already committing a lot of my own money to do this, but imagine what I could do. I could probably hire some people at some point and actually, do something here. But short of that, it all comes out of my pocket and I do all the work, and I work 15, 18 hours a day for virtually no compensation, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that the bigger the channel is, the easier it is to get guests too. So anyway, Jarethra, welcome to you. Mao Mao, Army 3275, Armored, Adam Barnard, welcome to you. Alma, I'm doing well, thanks. Hope you are too. Okay, Alma, thanks for being here. Monique Frick, welcome. Yeah, South Africa's always in the crap with Trump. Yep. 26065. Hello, unusual name. Every time I see the name Hendo, I think of UFC fighter Dan Hendo Henderson. Okay, Carlos Puter, Halba, Chris Stander, Barry Peters, Jeremy's in from Indonesia. Welcome, Jeremy. Cool to have a viewer in Indonesia. Arctic is saying hello to Monique. I missed Monique. Philip Engelbrecht. Jappie Brandt. Mau Mau. Mr. Jardin. Goedemorgen aan Elke Lieve. Stefan Hula. Okay, well, welcome. Holden Caulfield's back. Iran's advanced cigarette. Oh, the spy ship sank. Was it sunk by the Americans? I didn't hear that. Thanks for sharing that, Holden. I have to check it out. The Zagros spy ship. I didn't see that anywhere. Zagros spy ship sunk. I'm not. Let me see if there's any news. Oh, what did I say? Believed to be sunk by the U.S. Well, I didn't even know the news. What did I say? Oh, it was sunk by the U.S. There's only one story here. It's called Breaking the News. Okay. 1 hour ago, Iranian reconnaissance ship Zagros was targeted and sunk by United States forces in the Red Sea. Iranian naval intelligence ship specialized in signals intelligence as regards the most advanced. The alleged attack happened as Israel carried out widespread strikes in Gaza. All right, well, that's not exactly a reliable news source. I don't know who that is, but that's the only place where it comes up. Is it on Twitter? Is that where you found it at? Yeah, no wonder I don't know about it. It just happened. All right, Alfonso Ferreira, good morning. I wake up to such good news on South African watch list. Monique Martin, okay, what else got there? Bach, welcome to you. Jan Sebastian Bach. Carlos Frada, excuse me. Marius Fentek, welcome back. Con Skeppers, Francois Leroux, Dusty. Brett Sessoms is here. Good riddance to former Ambassador Rasul. Yes. Good morning, all. A bit earlier than usual due to being a bit sick. Well, Verda, I'm sorry that you're sick, but we're happy to have you join us this evening. Welcome to you. 90s Pop 5. Okay, yes, it is. Morning, you're all beautiful folks. Welcome, S.A. Pete. Yonda Swanepoel's Capital Fitness Hub channel. What's the news? Well, apparently the Iranian spy ship sank. And as I predicted, it was blamed on America. I don't know if we did it. Forgot my glow stick. Okay, all right. Early morning rave. Yeah, well, I can turn the lights down, then it will look like a rave, folks. Here we go. There you go. Now, how's that? Oh, check that out. That's kind of creepy, isn't it? There you go. How's that? Things are getting spicy. Indeed, they are. And Brett Sessoms just gave a $10 super chat. Way to get us started. What positive things came out of NAFTA? Put many Mexican corn farmers out of business. Many working class Americans lost their jobs. I agree with Ross Perot. Thoughts on Perot? I thought Ross Perot was a very bright guy, but his decision to cancel his campaign was foolhardy, and it cost us 8 years of Bill Clinton. The Iranian-Yemeni conflict escalated. Indeed, you know it's going to happen, just a matter of time. All right, who else we got here? Hope Rasul likes spicy cat and dog with fried rice. Good morning, Reg Dodd, Carol Rasmus, Marquis Pretorius, there you go. Ronell, hello to you. Lynette DeVette. Okay, Karen Jones, watch list. Yeah, you need coffee. Watch list, yes. Got to watch my videos, man. Terrence Leeper, welcome to you. Kepanaki, John Spice. Okay. What else you got here? Chris, could you knock another Persona non grata song to the tune of Hakuna Matata? That would be cool, wouldn't it? Good morning, Real Wesley Smith. Interesting video posted on the night about Biden in South Africa. The one that I did? Are you talking the one I did? St. Patrick the Rapper. I'm on time. Hey, welcome, Nick. How's it going? First time in Southern history that I'm up watching news at this hour. There you go, Mr. Jardin. I remember the fighting 69th, World War I. Yep, there you go. What does South Africans drink on St. Patrick's Day? Nothing. We just look at the girls trying to get Guinness down. Niels Becker, welcome to you. Cynthia Fundamaba, hello, hello, hello. Odin's Viking, Francois Swart, AJ Quinn. Oh, there's Brett's Super Chat coming up. Michelle Heckler. Michelle says the content is excellent, accurate, and worth more than gold. Way more reliable than any other channel. There you go. Thank you very much for that endorsement. Maggie, what's going on? Very good morning. Hope you're well. Thanks very much. Dan Bailey is in from Wyoming. Jeffrey Bernard from New Zealand. Hey, folks from all over the world tonight. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. We're all here from all over the world. You know, we are unburdened by what has been. We are unburdened by what has been. There goes my necklace. Hang on, get back up here. Get back up here. Oh, we can't have that thing falling down. We got to keep it up high. There you go. There you go. Otherwise, we'll ruin the vibe here. Got to get this vibe going. Come on, there. Come on. I got choked. There you go. Now it's up there. Anyway. Up. It's like a freaking pair of panties or underwear slipping down, huh? Riding up your bum there. Anyway, so let's get this back over here. Come on. This thing won't. It's meant for you to walk around with it, but I can't walk around with it because you won't see it. So. There we go. Let's leave it like that. Hopefully it'll stay there. All right. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Brett, for another super chat of $5. ANC government supporters, Hamas, Iran, and Houthi rebels, they need to be in terror watch list. The Yemeni people, some of them do support the Houthis. That's true. Hannes Schultz, welcome to you. Good morning, all. We'll listen to the video when I get to work. All right, Jacqueline. All right. Dan Bailey's in here. Gideon Maloney, welcome to you. I've mentioned to you before that the tube is left wing. Well, Gideon, I don't need help on that. I've known that for a long time. Falcon G, Chris, what is the story about Hunter Biden in South Africa? Well, he's on vacation there. He's married to a South African. Did you know that? Married to a South African who is a naturalized American citizen. Yep, she married some American, divorced him, and now she's married to Hunter Biden. Jacques Havanga, did not know that Neil Diamond's parents live in South Africa. Why would they? Maybe Mr. Musk should buy YouTube. Well, I think it'd be a good idea. Stella 4, welcome to you. Willem Janssen van Rensburg, welcome to you. Jacques Havanga, a lot of Portuguese names in here. Xavier Grayling, welcome back, Xavier. Good morning. Shawnee's here. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? Okay, the drones have a harder time targeting shipping. That's true. The Houthi drones will lose their connection. That's a good point, Holden. Looks like a horror leprechaun movie. Oh! Dude, you look like you're watching OnlyFans. What in the world do four-leaf clovers have to do with OnlyFans? You're watching, I don't know what OnlyFans you're watching, man. Last time I checked, it was supposed to be a porn thing, right? OnlyFans. So what are you watching that's telling you that this is OnlyFans? I'm a little concerned about your understanding what OnlyFans is. Just saying. All right, this thing isn't working out so well. All right, maybe if I hang it around my hat. Okay, it's a necklace. It's not a necklace. It's bling. Yeah, it's bling, Carlo Cronia. There you go. Brett Sessoms, welcome to you. Again, remember the brave Jadoville. Oh, Jadoville, a great movie. Great movie, Jadoville. Loved it. Every morning, first check my phone for news from you. Can't wait for the news. Okay, Bets, hopefully you get the notifications. Amanda Brown, saw your piece on the auto pen. The Department of Justice must expose the corrupt and prosecute them while they're at it. Reveal 2020. Well, yeah, exactly, Amanda. Blessing in disguise that Trump didn't get elected. That's true. It is. You know, I've been saying all along is while it was a painful and horrible 4 years for the world, and particularly for America, for Trump, it was probably, honestly, not the best thing, but a good thing because Trump is not the same guy. I mean, the attempted murder, they tried to kill him twice. So Trump is not the same guy we saw in 2016, 2017, 2020. Not the same man. Trump is on a mission, and it's clear. And he is not messing around. If he had stayed in office, I doubt we would have ever gotten to this stage. We would have limped along, and Trump would have left office, and not much would have changed. But it's all changing now, and for the better. Reason for it's not all South Africa have Wi-Fi and airtime very costly, so they just watch what's considered most important. Yeah, Marquis, that's part of it, but I do a lot of stuff on the U.S., and my U.S. audience doesn't grow. My other channel, I guarantee you, is shadow banned. There's no way that I get 180,000 views on a Trump video in November, and everything I do now gets 137 views. I mean, there's no way that the content dropped off in that level of quality. He's in California last I heard in game. How you doing, man? How you doing, brother? Last time I heard, Joe Biden is in California, in wine country, last I heard. You're allowed to have a small vegetable garden in the USA if you're not farming. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? Now, you may have restrictions in certain urban areas, but yeah, I can have that. I've got raspberries in my yard. The Houthi rebels aren't long for this world. Yeah, I think you're right about that, John. Hannes says, a hunter looking for some loose cash, probably in the right place. Well, he's not at Pala Pala, so he's not going to find any. ANC will probably classify Rasul's report top secret, like the Pala Pala report. Spot on. I'd rather marry a crackhead than Hunter. Wait, Hunter is a crackhead. On 450 entries and represents 320,000 Americanos from the Twitter page. Oh, really? Okay. 40,050 entries. Okay, Kevin Bannister, I take it you're from the Americanos? Reg Dodd, Hunter will stay here to talk cock. Probably. Lindy Donhauser's back. Welcome. Still waking up. It's okay. Maybe you had a typo because you're just waking up. Martin says, Marius, $10. The report goes like, Mr. President, everything was going swimmingly, and a moment later, the door hit me on the way out. Also, JFK Records Act of 1992 will finally be dusted off. Yes, I know. Trump's going to get it out, but I'm not holding my breath on Epstein or JFK. Canada banned Pornhub? That's news. Wow, that'd be disastrous. Would like to share an X post with you. Can I put the link here? You're not able to, Miss Richter, because you don't have, you're not the content creator and you're not a moderator. Miss Richter, I can take a risk that you are a genuine person. I can do that. I don't do this often. But if you assure me that you're a genuine person, although the communist red star that's there makes it a little bit nervous, why do you have a communist red star in your profile? You can send me an email and I can look at it. All right, so Xander, Gangster Leprechaun. Sarl Skuma, morning, all welcome. Yeah, I found a new country home. Yep. Alfonso, South Africa seems to be a mecca for crime families. It does, doesn't it? The Guptas, the Bidens. Timing is everything. Orange time is right. It is sad that the world only now sees what is happening in South Africa for a long time now. Well, Francois Swart, I've seen it for 30 years. Been saying it for 30 years. Didn't fall for the Rainbow Nation nonsense. I had a feeling that retribution was always in the cards, as it was everywhere else in Africa after liberation. He is in the Cape, in Western Cape. I don't know where. Probably in Stellenbosch or I don't know, Gordon's Bay, somewhere like that. What else you got here? Congratulations, Hunter Biden, well deserved. Morning from Komiki. Welcome. Although you know where Joe Biden currently, does Joe know where he is? No, yeah, I don't think Joe knows. Okay, Zandrea De Beer. Hey, Zandrea, interesting name. What is going to happen to the pardon with AutoPen? Well, Falcon, here's the thing. Here's the point I made. It is unprecedented for a president to challenge a pardon. It is sacrosanct. It is in the Constitution. The president has, and it's recognized in canon of law that the president has the unadulterated right to pardon people. We saw this shameful pardon of Mark Rich, a corrupt gangster who Bill Clinton pardoned, and he was able to move back from Luxembourg or Switzerland, I think it was Switzerland he was living in, and come back to the States. But we've seen the misuse of this over the years by some chief executives, especially by Joe Biden, especially. And even Barack Obama used it for terrible means. But none of that's ever been challenged, to my knowledge. But Trump is not challenging the power of the pardon. He's not challenging that. What he's challenging is whether the pardons were legitimately signed, which they appear not to have been. Joe Biden is completely unaware that he even signed them. If they'd been signed in public with Biden signing them, even if he knew what he was doing, at least he could have got away with it. But these were signed by a pen, auto printed out. Biden doesn't even know what the hell's on there. So that's the argument. And the legal challenge here will be that if the country has been defrauded by people around Biden, then the pardons are not legitimate. And I would argue they're not legitimate. Now, if Biden was cognizant and aware of what he was signing and signed them with an auto pen, I mean, that's probably legal, but pretty confident that's not the case. Hence, he's suspending the pardons. This will be a Supreme Court challenge, no doubt about it. The leftists will lose their mind. They haven't had a chance to really respond so far, but man, they are going to lose their freaking minds about this one. Yeah, Zelensky's also coming to South Africa. Kevin's just sharing information. Thank you for that. Morning, Lou Rocker. Shame all the Canadian mooses are going to be hiding in the bush this summer. Falcon G, what's going to happen to the pardon? Well, it's probably going to be wiped out. Wiped out. CNC up and running, fifth cup of coffee. I think the impact of releasing Epstein and Jacob will have a huge impact. I don't know, Francois. I don't think there's a whole lot there to be seen. Why do they shadow you, ban you? It's not right. Anyhow, apparently USA looking at Zondo findings, so the spotlight is on the corruption swept under the carpet. Russell News is so warped, can't watch it. Why do they shadow ban me? Because I'm a conservative, and they can't impeach my bona fides. If they can impeach your bona fides, you're just some dude sitting on his couch eating Cheetos. Well, they can impeach your bona fides. All right, half hour, that's enough. Okay. We are almost out of St. Patrick's Day, so we'll take this puppy off. All right, so St. Patrick's Day is nearly over, folks. Open that button up there. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, because they can't impeach my bona fides. A lot of people are just dudes, you know, like Tim Pool, sitting around wearing a beanie like Dan Quarter, sitting in front of a microphone, don't know jack shit about the world, just start talking on YouTube and just talk for a while, and people listen because there's nothing else to watch back then. And they become famous and then actually learn things as they go along. But he has no real bona fides. I'm not picking on Tim Pool, I'm just giving an example here. Whereas I've been there, I've done that. I've got the T-shirt and the certificate. Yeah, and so the way to attack me is to just hide my content. It's been going on for a long time, folks. It's a starfish. Okay. All right. Ek is genuine. All right, Miss Richter, I'm going to give you moderator rights, okay, for just a few minutes, and you'll be able to post your link here. Add as a moderator, but then I'm going to take it away from you. There's nothing personal. I have a process for approving moderators. I have to know who they are. They have to agree to agreement. I have one-page agreement and the rules to follow, and I have to have real contact information on them. So, Miss Richter, you are now a moderator. Did it show up? Did it work? Should show up that you're a moderator now. Yeah, you're a standard moderator. So you can post the link, and once you post it, I'll remove that. All right, Jean Kotze, welcome to you. YouTube notification from NewsPod with your face on it. No, he took the segment of just me on the news and clipped it out because he thought it was hot stuff, and he posted it. And last night, like 8 hours ago, I already had 17,000 views on it. So, yeah, it must have been a good clip. Yep. I saw the comments. They were all very positive. I appreciate that. Hannes Ludwig Hunter will be in Constantia. Mark Thatcher is hiding. That's where he hid. Not likely we'll ever know the full truth about JFK. I agree. Document called Hunter Biden, Burisma, and Corruption, the Impact of U.S. Government. So much is illegitimate. That's true. I see the starfish. Okay. Do you think Roman Polanski will ever get pardoned? No. He's a pedo. He's not going to get pardoned. Thank you, Marius Annandale, for subscribing. Joe Biden isn't aware where he's at. Fauci here, Fauci there, Fauci everywhere. Who on earth would pardon those violent murderers who were set free? The Dems of wicked agenda. Well, Obama pardoned the frickin', Puerto Ricans who murdered people in New York City with terrorist bombings. It's just insane what they do. So many assets to seize. From whom also? Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, TVN. I don't know where you guys are getting this from. Just because Morning Shot carried it, I didn't get a chance to watch that video. I don't know where that came from. I went to watch it on Morning Shot, and I found another video of his that interested me, so I watched that. I wonder if it was all the pardons done in this way or only some. That's a good question. Oh, they hide comments. Yeah, YouTube also hides comments. If we're on their watch list, then it's definitely earned the U.S. Yes. Oh, yeah, Nick. Yeah, the U.S. knows things. That's what I said. That's why I'm saying it's so ridiculous for them to act like, well, the U.S. is misinformed. Do they think the U.S. doesn't know what the hell is going on in South Africa? They do. Folks, I was in the intelligence committee. I covered South Africa from a military political standpoint for years, many years ago. Washington's well informed about what's going on. They know who the players are. They know what's going on with BE. They know what's going on in mining Davos. They know what's going in the dark, smoky rooms of ANC at Lutuli House. They know what's going on with the DA. Yeah, they know. This isn't a secret surprise. It doesn't take rocket science for it. Look how on top of things I am, and I'm sitting here with unclassified, no access classified stuff, and very few sources in South Africa. And I can accurately predict what's going to happen there, and I get the stories right. Imagine what a country with $800 million of intelligence work can do. Seriously. Yeah, Africa audio is okay, but that's not the good one. The good one is the winds of change. Okay. Karen says it becomes easy to understand the reason behind Trump's transparency in the Oval Office signing executive orders while answering questions. Yeah, exactly. No question about his mental capacity. No question about the executive orders. Signs them all in front of people. Yep. That's exactly right. Nothing can be questioned. Most of France is okay with USA and likes USA have a statue. Why is it crazy? Because he's looking for attention. These are attention-seeking hoes. That's what he is. Suddenly Russia is very outspoken about this. Where are you guys getting this outspoken? There's nothing on the internet. There's no news media outlet that says Russians outspoken. The only thing that I've seen about Russia outspoken is you all saying that Morning Shot did a video on it. Where are you getting this information from? There's no media outlet that's saying that Russia said anything. Russia met with South Africa on February 23rd. There's nothing. Amanda wakes up with me and goes to bed with me. It's my favorite podcast, sharing content far away. Thank you so much. Work so much harder than the rest of the people I follow with so much content. I do try. How are your 16 wives? No, I don't. No, nobody goes to Central Africa. It's a crap hole, man. We don't go there. No. Richards Bay, maybe. The Royal Amphitheater in KZN, sure. Garden Route, the Okavango in Namibia. The Etosha Pan in Namibia. The Okavango in Botswana, excuse me. Masai Mara in Serengeti. Zanzibar occasionally, but ever since they threw acid in those English girls' faces, we can't take that chance anymore. Some of my kids are very light-skinned. They look almost white. It's that mixing. Sometimes, you mix the white and brown and poof, kids look a little dark. Sometimes didn't get quite a brown and come out a little bit lighter. Yeah, some of them got blue eyes too. Yeah, run around. Straight hair, kinky hair, blue eyes. Yes, hey folks, that's just the nature of DNA. Some from mom, some from dad. Voila. Okay, Puerto Rican Independence Party newsworthy? They're not newsworthy. Some South African politicians already sold their homes and left the country. Maybe they know something you don't know. Maybe they something you don't know. Seize assets? What is this? Seize what assets? Oh, Fauci. Fauci. Not going to happen. Bulk data collection. What's that? Cyril says they want to respectfully engage us. Meanwhile, you've been disrespectful behind their back, or so you think. Yeah, exactly. Well, they've been behind our back and we know about it. So that's the thing. But they've done it openly too and we know about it. If that was an interview you did with Isaac, it was excellent. Oh, did you see the interview, Carrie? It was an interview. I did it yesterday. Actually, folks, I have to apologize to Isaac. I did it to him personally. I will apologize. He contacted me on Friday. It was still Friday here, but it was actually Saturday morning. But I'd been up. I hadn't gone to bed yet. So to me, it's still Friday night. And said, hey, can you come on tomorrow night? And I said, sure, to discuss what? And he says, I want to talk about the refugee program. Then he found out about, because I sent him a message, he found out about Rasul being sacked and he changed it. So on Saturday, I'm sitting here, logged in, and there's nothing going on. I wrote to him, I said, hey, are we doing this? He goes, I'm out of town. I get home Sunday. It was for tomorrow, Sunday. I'm like, oh man, it's completely my fault. I apologize. So then on Sunday, I got busy with y'all and I had to work on a video this afternoon and I completely lost track of time. And he sent me a note 3 minutes after I was supposed to be on, which was 9 p.m. your time, Sunday night, and I wasn't there. So about 40 minutes later, I came across a message. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went in and he actually left the studio open by mistake and it was there. I had a studio. So it was just me in his studio. And I hung around for like 2 hours and sent him a couple notes. I can hear I can hear his phone ring in the background because I called him. And there was no answer. And then someone came in the room and it wasn't him apparently. But I didn't see him. It was off camera. I could hear him talking. And I stayed there for a couple hours. And finally I gave up and I wrote back and I said, look, man, I hope you're not mad at me. I'm really sorry. It wasn't intentional. I apologize for leaving you hanging. And then he got up a couple hours later. He goes, no, I'm not cross with you. I just went to bed because you weren't there. I'm like, oh, jeez. So I spent about 3 hours waiting for Isaac. It's fair enough because I left him hanging. So then we did the interview. Yeah. In the Morning Shot video, it's called, This is Why Trump's Gunning for South Africa. About 1 minute and the clip begins. Is that footage of the, okay, well, let's go there. I got to see this then. And then maybe I can actually cover this story because I haven't had time to do it. Been busy making other videos, as you might have noticed, and doing analysis. All right. Morning Shot. Okay. This is how Trump is gunning for South Africa. Okay. Is that the one? Okay.
Imagine if there was an ESPN sport.
Yeah, I don't care about ESPN. It's a part of the racist, anti-American Disney network. Oh, I saw this one. That's not... No. That's not the video. No, that's a video about this Johannesburg City Council. You're mistaken. Wrong one, Martin. That is not the one. No, I did see that video. In fact, I watched about half that video. That's the one I watched because I thought it was about Trump. Oh, Russia. Okay. Maybe that's one you may just give me the wrong title. I'll go a minute to this one. Okay. Okay. No, this is Knobs and Keezy 1 minute in. Okay, where's this damn thing? Let me see. He's got chapters. That helps. No. There's nothing on that one. Now Russia turns against treatment. There's nothing here. DA, main story, expropriation. Okay, 1342. 1342. There it is. Okay, hang on.
Russian foreign minister. Yeah, Ramaphosa's breaking human rights by...
Okay, this is what someone said earlier. They said it was Judge Napolitano, but I didn't have a chance. Judge Napolitano judging freedom. Okay, let me see that. Okay. What day was it, though? Max Blumenthal. Yeah, and Napolitano has proven to be unreliable as a conservative. He bounces back and forth. Well, I don't know which video this was in, so yeah, I don't watch Andrew Napolitano because he proved to be unreliable. It's upcoming live streams. So, he's famous, and I get more views than him on a lot of my videos. He gets a lot more videos with higher views, but I got plenty of videos that beat his. Reacts to former Russian ambassador Michael McFowle. I don't know where it's at, so we'll keep hunting for it. How many pennies out of Lady Liberty? The tired huddled masses has nothing to do with the Statue of Liberty. That's some bullshit leftist poem that someone created. Statue of Liberty doesn't have any tired huddled masses. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Some leftist came up with that. Good morning, everyone. People weren't happy, but he was quite reasonable in the interview. I don't like his background, though. He was talking sense. Okay, 30 watching 337 now. I do have a question concerning South African immigration policy. Go ahead, Holden Caulfield. All right, link to the above video. Okay. Did she ever put a link in here? I gave her Leane Ostos. I'm curious, the ones playing leave, how did your friends and family respond? I don't see her link. I gave her the right to do it. I don't see here. Where are you at, Miss Richter? Miss Richter. Oh, there it is. 12:01. Sorry. This chat's not up to date over here. Whoa. Oh, it's frozen. That's why. YouTube tab crashed. That's why. I'm waiting for it to come up over here, and it's not there. Ah, boy, YouTube. Sorry about that, Miss Richter. 12:01, you did it. Let me go back and find it here. 12:01. Well, let me go back that far. Damn it. Well, maybe give us a signal. When are we taking out the whites? We were just waiting for your signal at present. Oh, okay. He actually put his name on there. I don't think that's real. Oh, her name. Dimfo Motsepa. So Alfred Carbonera. That guy spends a lot of time finding stuff. I wish he'd spend some time promoting my content more. He did it once. It's nice. All right. Got a lot of subscribers. What's he up to now? 71,000. All right, so got it. Okay, Miss 1434. Yeah, I got it. I found it. Now Russia turns. I found that. But he doesn't play the video, does he? He just shows a screenshot. Yeah, he just shows a screenshot. So I'll have to figure out what he's saying here. I'll check on it later on. I got other things to do. Some of Chris Barnaby buddies come follow you around bunch. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Miss Richter. Miss Richter, there you go. Oh, you got another one. That's the same one, right? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Miss Richter, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so I've taken your moderator status away. Nothing personal. Okay. All right. Will you speak to William Petzer? He's very informed and intelligent. Amanda, I have spoken to William Petzer many times. Many times. Speak to him frequently. He asked me to come on his program 3 weeks ago, and he couldn't make it because there was no power in Pretoria, and I haven't heard from him again. I said I'd come on, but I haven't heard from him. It's a morning shot video called Why Trump is Gunning for South Africa. It's not there 1 minute in, buddy. If your resources make the nation wealthy. No, resources, it's a resource curse because people get lazy. There's no need for innovation. Tunisia has almost no resources. They have very small oil reserves, not enough to meet their needs. They have some phosphates, but that's about it. No natural resource beyond that. But Tunisia became a middle-income country because the country had to. They had to. Israel doesn't have much in the way of natural resources, but it became an advanced economy because it had no choice. People had to be innovative. Entrepreneurs had to take chances. They had to take risks. They had to, be smart. And, when you're lazy and you've got resources, it's counterproductive. In America, the resources don't belong to the government. They belong to the people on the soil. And therefore, the government can't become fat and lazy off of the resources, which is what happens in Africa. Have been Richards Bay. I used to go there. Okay. Susan Coster, welcome to you. Klaus Oders, good morning. Following Russia's stance on... Okay, I'll try that Google. Let's see that. On South African minorities. Daily Maverick. Well, that's 8 hours ago. Well, that's after Morning Shot's video. Maybe he's driving the news cycle. I know I drive the news cycle. That's the only article that's coming up. It's who's it from? It's from Rebecca Davis. Oh, she's the one who called me a right-wing podcaster. Yes, has Russia really turned on South Africa with the land issue? That's from Rebecca Davis. She called me a right-wing podcaster, not a university lecturer, not a postgraduate, not a qualified academic, not a multilingual polyglot, not a published author, not a radio personality, not intelligence officer. No, she called me a right-wing podcaster. Yeah, okay. All right, here's the actual video. Okay.
And who basically, whatever international issue they discuss.
Okay, so this is the clip, which Morning Shot didn't seem to have. Hang on a second. Here we go. But the Daily Maverick does have this clip from Judging Freedom.
They start with human rights. Iran, Venezuela, Cuba, of course, Nicaragua, South Africa now violated human rights by passing a law on land. Central Asia, whenever there are several formats between the West and Central Asia. Human rights are on top everywhere.
Okay, holding a bulk data is allowed, but it's a very misleading statement. Personal information is sanitized and it is masked. You cannot see that information unless you have a warrant. So you can see numbers and you can get things that can indicate that's, you see phone calls between Kyrgyzstan and somebody in Atlanta, repeated calls. You can do an inquiry. You have to get a warrant. You can't simply just go listen to those calls. So yeah, bulk phone data, so what? It means nothing without the attachment of the PII. What does that have to do with our conversation, Holden? Why do you just pull shit out of thin air? You're like Spikerhorn, just throwing stuff out there, throwing shit against the wall, asking stuff. That has nothing to do. We're not talking about the Patriot Act. We're not talking about surveillance in America. You want to have that conversation? We'll have that conversation, but that's not what we're talking about. He makes kick-ass curry, Moroccan wife. Yeah, and she's not so dark. Just read the Daily Maverick article that paints a different picture than what most say. Yeah, I need to read the article. This is why I haven't committed to an article yet. I mean, I'm not just going to make an article because somebody made a video on it. I need to have information. Okay, I'm not going to keep giving people links. You're going to have to send them to me by email. This takes too much time. I'm sorry, Karen. Nothing against you, but it takes time to keep doing this. Gideon says you need to speak to Wim Pencer some more. Watched one of his the other day, and he had some facts regarding the FD program quite wrong. Yeah, I know. And maybe that's why Willem hasn't had me back on. I don't know. I don't know why he hasn't back on. He asked me to come on, and then I didn't hear from him again. Let me look the last time we talked. So let me see. March 1st. It's been 18 days since we talked. So on the 21st of February, we were supposed to do this, and I didn't hear from him. So I wrote to him. I didn't get a response. So on the third, so I waited, and on the 1st of March, I wrote to him again. I said, "Do you still want to do a live?" He said, "Yes." And I said, "I have consulting this week at the Work College. I have time Saturday after rugby or on a Sunday." And I've not heard from Willem since March 1st. I presume he's busy. I presume he has a lot going on. He didn't have time, or it wasn't that important. But yeah. Oh, good God, man. Come on, people. Jeez, does anybody know how YouTube works? The email address is on the channel. Fortunately, I anticipate this sort of thing. So here we go. Oh, that's not what I want to be. Over here's what I want to be. There you go. All right. By the way, people sending email not to this email address, if you're expecting a response, good luck with that. Because, I mean, first off, there's a lot of people being very rude to me. I've answered the questions on the program, and they feel that they have the right to contact me and demand my time to answer each of them individually, questions I've already answered. Everyone's got a special case. I'm not trying to be rude or unfriendly to people, but seriously, I got people calling me up, can I call you? Can I call you? Can I call you? Or just calling me up 3 o'clock in the morning. It's very inconsiderate at some point. Why it's demanding. I appreciate that people are anxious, appreciate there's a lot going on, but people ought to have a little consideration. I'm already working 15, 18 hours a day trying to help people out here for virtually nothing, and on top of that, I got people demanding time. They get pissed off because I don't answer them. Well, I didn't give you that email address. I didn't invite you to that email address. This is the email address that's for this business and this production. That's the email you write to. You don't write to Instagram. You don't write to Facebook. You don't write, don't call me on WhatsApp at 3:30 in my morning. That's very inconsiderate and very rude. And it's happened several times from lots of people. Fortunately, I keep my phone on silent. Otherwise, I'd never get any sleep. So anyway, I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just telling you folks, very inconsiderate, But I'd rather have people contact me than nobody contact me. So don't run off and hide. Just be considerate. Chris made a video about it. What MCM say? Going to ask this again. Did anyone see Trump speaking about Hunter Biden? That he was yes, MCM, and I'm going to say it again. I made a freaking video on it, dude. Oh my goodness. See, look, not picking on MCM, but that's exactly what I'm talking about here. I made a video on it. And then people keep asking for attention here. Did you see this? Did you see this? I made a video. Did you watch my video? 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 It's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. It's really annoying. Especially since only freaking 2,000 people watched the video. What is it? 5,800 watched it. It's below average, performing very below average. Yes, I did. I did see the video. Here's the video. Here's the video. I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, I've been incredibly patient. But you come on here, and I'm not picking on that person, so don't run off and get angry. I'm not picking on you, but it happens over and over again. People come in here, do you know about this? Do you know about this? Do you know about it? And I appreciate you offering. I mean, I didn't know about this Iranian thing. Holden Caulfield mentioned the Iranian thing. I didn't even hear about the thing sinking. So thank you. I really appreciate people bringing news, particularly when I'm broadcasting and I can't keep up with events as they break. You guys are fantastic. I love it. But when I make a video on a damn thing and you don't watch it and you come in and ask the question over and over again, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Did I hear about Trump? Yes. I made a video about it. Quids watched the video. Thank you. You're one of 5,800 people. I appreciate that. And Arctic, yes, I did watch it. No reason to apologize, MCM. I'm just saying, you understand my frustration. Do you know how much time it took to make that video? It took 2 hours to make that video. It's a short video because I had to get all the information to make sure I was correct. Yep. It's only a 5-minute video. 2 hours. That's 2 hours of my life I gave to make that video. Just so people can come in. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? Anyway, Limu Emu. So here it is. President Trump about Hunter Biden being in South Africa. As usual, when we hear South Africa here at Chris Wyatt Reports, we pay attention.
Sir, there were 18 Secret Service agents protecting Hunter Biden in South Africa this weekend. Who's paying for that, and do you plan to revoke the Secret Service protection?
18 Secret Service agents for a convicted felon on vacation in South Africa. Something tells me this is not going to go well.
Well, we have done that with many. I would say if there are 18 with Hunter Biden, That will be something I'll look at this afternoon. Okay?
Sure.
I just heard about it for the first time.
Trump just heard about it for the first time. Now, this occurred around 2:30 this afternoon Eastern Standard Time. It's about 6 hours ago right now. Sounds like the Trumpster had no idea about Hunter's whereabouts. Well, family members can, and as a matter of courtesy and practice, they do have Secret Service protection details for up to 6 months after a former president has departed office. Now, something tells me Hunter is about to lose his VIP lounge privileges about 4 months early.
Where is he exactly?
In South Africa.
In South Africa. And South Africa, you know, is on a watch list. You know that.
South Africa is on a watch list? Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. South Africa's on a watch list. All right, so, wow. Anyway, look, guys, again, don't have thin skins. I'm not angry. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just saying that I put a lot of effort into it. The least people could do is check the channel occasionally and look to see what videos are out there, okay? I appreciate it. It's not hard. There are playlists. The videos are there. Just because you don't get a notification doesn't mean I didn't produce content. I mean, when I go to people's channels that I watch, if I get a notification for a video, I'll watch that. But then I also go back and look and see, you know, what are the videos. But if they're live, I check to make sure I didn't miss something. So anyway, thanks. Folks, don't take it personally. And it wasn't intended personally, but some people are very skins. I don't know if anybody here has a thin skin, but some people do. Linda, good morning to you. Patrick, yeah. Look, I mean, a lot of people do this content. They put it behind a paywall. I mean, I could do that. I could put these videos behind a paywall, and then you only get to see it if you're paying. But I mean, that's. I didn't build this channel for that purpose. It was for a different purpose. If we watch on their phones, they can't see the email. I had to on my desktop find the email. That's odd. I can see it on my phone unless they've changed something. Maybe they've changed something in the app, and I'm behind the times. Let me pull it up and see what I see on my app. Okay. Let me find my channel. Okay. There's my channel. Hello. View channel. Okay. There it is. There it is. There. I see what you're saying, though. What I'll do is I'll go put it in... I'll put it specifically under the channel description, okay? I'll do that, okay? So you don't have to hunt for it. I can see what you're saying, okay. Yeah, and to be fair, about half the people watching this are watching on their phones, so that's why. Okay, fair enough, Okay, all right, thank you. But no one ever says that. Lindy, thank you. You're the first person who said that. And these apps change all the time. YouTube is constantly dicking with their software. So there you go. All right, thank you for that, Lindy. I will put something in the channel description that lists the email to contact me, okay? Fair enough? All right. Thank you for that. That's not going to stop it, though. It'll stop a few people, but it's still going to keep coming. So that's why I keep the email handy, because I expect it to happen. LT and Game 3 a.m., that's just one call. 3 a.m., 3:18, 3:27, 3:47, 4 o'clock, 4:30. Yeah, I know. People call all the time. People call me a couple weeks ago before this channel blew up, because this guy kept calling me every time I went live. He's calling me like 11. It was 11 o'clock in the morning because it's a 7-hour difference. He calls me at like 11 to 2. I'm like, dude, I'm on air. Finally, after 4 or 5 days of this nonsense, I'm like, hey, I'm live. Some of you might remember this. I didn't say it, but I'm basically, quit freaking calling here. First off, I don't know who the hell you are. Quit bothering me. At least basically 40 days pass, give no challenging. People frustrated. Well, people frustrated after 40 days. I've been in the Army 36 years. I can tell you frustration. What is this? What did you say? Holton's all onto this freaking SIGINT stuff. Chancellor Germany asked why our regime was spied on. Why? Because Germany has betrayed America over and over and over and over and over again. And freaking German spies gave everything we gave them to the freaking DDR and the Soviet Union. That's why the Germans are spied upon. Are you going to say, well, they're allies or NATO allies? So what? They were unreliable NATO allies. They betrayed us over and over again, sold us down the river to rogue Soviet states. That's why they're spied upon. Hey, just because they're allies doesn't mean that you can trust them. Just ask the Italians about that World War I and World War II when they betrayed the side they were on. They were part of the Central Powers and they flipped and joined the Allies. They were part of the Axis when they flipped and joined the Allies. You can't trust the Italians for a second. Can't trust the Germans, man. Can't touch this. What does Fred say? 40 days and you're freaking out? It takes 7 to 10 years to become a citizen when you come here legally. The quickest, most expeditious path is to join the U.S. military. Joining the U.S. military as a foreign national, if you have honorable service, after 3 years, you can apply. And you guys are upset after 40 days of not getting an answer? You really have unrealistic expectations about how the world works, honestly. And especially after 30 years of suffering under the ANC, and you expect someone to just save you in 40 days. That's not directed to you, Fred. Don't get upset. But people come in here all the time. Oh, it's taking so long. 40 days is long? The flood lasted longer than that. 40 days and nights. Sorry, I sent you the link on WhatsApp last night, Circus. Relax, man. Relax. It wasn't directed to you. You putting it out there gave me an opportunity. Yeah. No, you sent me the link to what last night? To the Russia thing? That's where I got it at. See, guys, here's another thing, too. Okay, I'm not going to show you phone numbers, but let me just see. I'm going to show you right now. I'm just going to go through this. And right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm going to stop there about 40. 40 out of about 50 or 60 messages I've gotten on WhatsApp. I don't know who you are. These people are sending me stuff. This +27, +27, +27. You're not in my directory. If I communicate you with frequently, with the exception of Jan, I haven't saved your name to my book yet. If I communicate with you frequently, then your name's going to be in my book and I'll see who you are. But I know these people are just sending me stuff. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it doesn't jump out. I mean, I don't have time to save hundreds of phone numbers. So anyway, so yes, MCM, I think I remember you sending me that last night. Yeah, so, you know, and then the problem is if I don't have the name saved, then I'm trying to associate the name with the number and the piece of information. Like I was trying to find that video. Which video was I looking for? Oh, Ronnie Lamola. Ronnie Lamola got up and said, and it took me like an hour and a half to find this video from some other source later on. Someone sent me a WhatsApp with Ronnie Lamola, and it might have been MCM, where he said that the U.S. went about this wrong in firing Rasul. They used social media. They didn't do the diplomatic channels. I needed that video for the video I did earlier, but I couldn't find it. So one of you all sent me a link to a video, and I searched and searched and searched. I tried all kinds of search terms. I couldn't find it. Checked multiple news sites. I finally found a video that I used, but it was a different one, but it had the content. Someone sent it to me last night, and I don't have their name saved, so I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, gosh. Frustrating. Yeah, Angela Merkel deserved to be spied on. She's an unreliable troll. Yeah, and I hope other people are spying on her. How can I find all your YouTube channels? Well, I need to update the data on all my videos to include all the channels. I can tell you the 3 main ones. That's the ones you should focus on. It's the only 3 I update for the most part. I've got several YouTube channels, but Ken Pocky, are you looking for a good reason or are you trolling? You'll find them anyway. At Rugby Ascendant, that's my rugby channel, and at Real Chris Wyatt. And plus this one. So you've got this one. Yeah, Fred's telling people every day to chill. Okay, Fred, that's what you should tell them. Tell them relax. Francois Salvia couldn't sleep. Select videos list on the channel. Oh, yeah. You'll find all the videos there. Yeah, let's just do this. I'll help you guys out. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Okay. All right, YouTube. All right. Let me go to my channel. Oh, Morning Shot. Morning Shot is on right now? What the hell is Morning Shot doing at this hour? When did he start broadcasting at my time? No wonder my audience is so freaking small. He's cannibalizing my audience. All right. Okay, I'll remember that. Oh, it's a premiere. Okay. He's a premiere. I was going to say, when did he go live? It says live. It's a premiere. Okay, let's go to my channel. Where the heck's my channel at? I gotta go this way, I guess. Okay, let's do it this way. Your channel. Okay, here you go. Here's the channel. I'm gonna show you how to find this stuff, okay? Here you go, okay? All right, see, I'm live right there. All right, and then down here, these ones for me. This is what YouTube puts up there. Upcoming live streams, that's tomorrow with Kanthan Pillay at 4 o'clock South African time. And then here's the refugee mission. These are playlists, popular videos. South Africa. All these are all videos in South Africa. Some of these are redundant. The Indaba conversation with Chris when I talk to people, okay? And then just videos. You can go down here and click all the videos. So that's one way. Or past live streams. That's down here. Okay, so, but the quickest way to get there is usually come up here and go videos on the top. Click on videos. And then all my videos in sequence. Every video that I produce is here. These are not the live streams. These are videos. All right, so why are 18 Secret Service agents guarding Hunter Biden? Okay. And then look at that, all my videos of late. Okay. And here's the one where, let's see. So there you go. You can find all the videos there, man. They're all there. Not broken down by, these ones you're seeing right here are all in the last 2 weeks. Do you see that? Okay, so it's now 3 weeks in March. Let's go back to the beginning of March, okay? All right, so it starts here, right there. White House, that one right there, rebuffs. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times 4. I've done 80 videos in 3 weeks. 80 videos in 3 weeks. That's a lot of content, folks. That's a lot of content. A lot of content. All right, there we go. All right, cool beans. Can I catch a break? Okay, yeah, I got you. Julie Edwards, love it. People want to end up getting stuck in the relocations. They should push for the program to be rushed. Let the State Department work. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Don't worry, you get frustrated with some of these idiots. I check all his videos and listen to what he says. Don't jump to conclusions. This man works very hard for us. Well, thank you, Neanderthal White Dog. Very kind of you to say that. Space Crew. Oh, is it 105? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go to SpaceX. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, that's close. I knew that was coming tonight. I didn't know what hour. So let's go to SpaceX on Twitter and see if they've got the feed up, okay? And we'll put that in the background as I chat. SpaceX. That's Carrie Lake. I don't really care to hear about Carrie Lake. Dragon crew docking. There it is. Cool beans. All right. So, all right. They are. All right. Okay. Let's get back over here. So nothing happening yet. I've got the sound on in case they pop on. Okay. So that's in Hawthorne, California right there. That's the control center. Not in Boca Chica. That's the launch facility in Boca Chica, Texas. This is Hawthorne, California, where the headquarters for SpaceX is located, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll put myself back up on the screen here in just a moment so I can find my camera. There it is. Okay, let's move down here to the bottom of the screen. Okay, there you go. All right, so we'll keep that going. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can get back over. Where was I at? I was in the chat. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right. Paywall is antithetical to an open internet. No, it's not, Holden. Okay, your concept of an open internet and is completely warped, dude. Open internet does not mean free. Open internet means uncensored. Freedom of speech. That's what open internet means. No, you coders who write crap saying everything should be free don't grasp the reality of the world. People don't have the resources to sit around and invent things just for jollies, so thereby gets it free and they don't have profit from it. We had this conversation about what motivates human beings yesterday. You must have missed that. I cry quickly. Why do you cry, Julie? What are you crying about? No, Ken Pachi, the other one is at Real Chris Wyatt. That's the one you want to look for, okay? At Chris Wyatt. Good night, Anna, happy camera. Welcome to you. Rihanna, welcome. Yeah, I'm curious. Were you joking there? Yeah, the 18 got canceled for that. Okay. Julie, why? Oh, you're laughing. Okay, sorry, you're laughing. Okay. All right, so you're not really crying, right? Well, that scared the bejesus out of me. I hope I didn't show it on camera, but my heart leapt out of my chest when that sound took off. It scared the hell out of me. It's nighttime here, man. Whoa. That just scared the hell out of me. Good Lord, SpaceX. You startled me, man. Well, they got me good there, man. They got me good. SpaceX scared the bejesus out of me right there. Good Lord. I was not expecting that. It's not even the top of the hour. What the heck is that? Whoa, 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 wrong one's off. Turn that one off. Turn that one back. Get the wrong camera off. What the hell is that, man? Woo! What's the quality of U.S. tents? Oh, they're fantastic, J.P. Dreckmeyer. Oh, my goodness. Never owned a passport. That man's playing Galaga. Oh, Galaga, yeah. Screw that. I'm going to apply through my bank, and they can do the legwork for me, and when it's ready, I'll go to Home Affairs. Oh, passport? Yeah, that's a way to do it. That's a way to do it. Open desk there tells me there's a possible job opening. Yeah. Other channel link above in the chat room. Morning, Chris and the chat family. Welcome, Charles Boyson. Good to see you there. Okay. Chris, to apply online through your bank. Yeah, it's less stressful, man. Don't do it yet. Yeah, Sean Coates is scared the bejesus out of me. Oh, okay. We've got a ginger-haired young lady, and we've got a dude whose hairline is receded to the top of his head, but he's still got hair over there. So we got a dude finally. That's nice. I wonder if he's straight, because only usually. Oh, they're in the ship. They're in the ship.
Test flight, the 10 NASA commercial crew program rotation flights, and 3 Axiom Space private astronaut
Shocked you too, eh, Jean-Tel?
Now, looking back over the last 27 hours, launch day preparations started Friday, March 14th for our crew members. About 4 hours prior to launch, the crew completed their final medical checks before joining the SpaceX team to get into their spacesuits.
All right, so is this the right one? Let me make sure this isn't. Oh, it is the docking. I want to make sure it's the docking, man. I don't want to miss it. This is like the launch, and they launched yesterday. So, yeah, what the hell? Yeah, we all got scared on that one, man. It's like, whoa, my heart, like, whoa. You guys are worried about my blood pressure before. That definitely got my blood pressure going. Here we go. There you go. There you go. There's my heart. My goodness, that scared the bejesus out of me. See that? I turn the volume up so you guys can hear what they're saying because the volume comes in so low, and boom. All right, well, that was fun. Whew, man, you gave me a fright. I missed a lot of SpaceX mission. Are they going to rescue? Yeah, they're there, Julie. They're there. They're supposed to dock or undock. They've already docked with them earlier. They're supposed to undock and head back. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it here. So what time is this? The 2 days after they arrived at space station are set to depart Tuesday, March 18th, which is what we're talking about. It's Tuesday, March 18th, and they're going to head back to Earth. So they're up there now. They're in the space station. They showed this docking. It looked like some computer game generation. Didn't look real. So I'll show you the docking that happened here. Hang on.
Roach.
Okay, so this is when they docked. It didn't look real. It looked like something like it was some sci-fi movie or like a computer game. But this is when they docked a while back. So hours ago, yesterday, when it was 2 days ago. Come on, where are we at here? I can't find what I'm looking for. There we go. So this is SpaceX docking. It's about 1:40.
Traveling with a range rate of less than 0.082, which, as you mentioned earlier, they continues to get slower and slower as we make this final approach.
5 meters.
Copy, 5 meters.
5 meters away from
the next
docking.
call we should hear is chop or that crew hands off period, followed moments later by docking.
That typically comes at about 2 meters away from the International Space Station. Right now, we're less than 4 meters away.
Oh, stopped. Different camera. Looks like they're going to miss.
Less than 3 meters away.
2 meters, please hands off.
Wonder if they get a jolt.
Copy, hands off.
There is the chop call.
Standing by for
docking.
Initial contact of Dragon to the International Space Station.
You can see it on the left-hand side where it's going to hit that ring. Here it comes. Here it is. Almost. Smack. And it made contact. Oh, missed. Didn't get it right.
Dragon contact and soft capture complete.
Okay, they did capture it.
And there you heard Dragon has successfully docked to the International Space Station. We have contact and soft capture confirmed.
That's when they docked with the darn thing. Okay. And that was That got 2.4 million views. All right, so this was the approach. It's only 14 seconds long. This was the approach on the 15th. So it's a couple days ago when they approached.
Traveling with a range rate of
From the Dragon Endurance, carrying the Crew 10 crew. The forward docking port there is in the center of your screen, sort of being illuminated every few seconds by that light from Dragon. And what I love about this is you can see the Crew 9 Dragon directly above that docking port. From the Dragon Endurance, carrying the Crew 10 crew. The forward docking port there is in the center of your screen, sort of being illuminated every few seconds by that light.
There you go. So that's when they approached on the
less
15th.
than 0.082.
Okay, so now we're just waiting for these guys. See what we're doing here.
35 minutes after liftoff, Dragon executed the first major burn known as the phase burn, which is performed at the first apogee or highest point of the initial orbit and raises Dragon's perigee or lowest point to a higher altitude. This was the first of 5 major burns using its Draco thrusters required to raise Dragon's orbit and position it for approach to the International Space Station.
And then earlier today, that sequence of rendezvous and phasing burns continued as Dragon executed the boost burn at 12:08 p.m. Pacific time, 2:08 p.m. Central time. That boost burn put the crew in an orbit where Dragon's apogee, or the highest point of the orbit, was just 10 kilometers lower than that of the space stations. But raising only the apogee of Dragon's orbit isn't enough for the rendezvous that we want in order to be able to dock to the space station. So before we approached the space station, we needed Dragon's entire orbit, not just that highest point, to effectively be shadowing the space station. And in order to do this, Dragon executed the close burn at 12:50 p.m. Pacific time, 2:50 p.m. Central time, which was about half an hour after that after that boost burn.
And there on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see a glimpse inside that Dragon Endurance spacecraft carrying the Crew 10 astronauts as they make their final approach to the International Space Station. Now, as Chris was mentioning, that close burn placed Dragon on an orbit roughly co-elliptic with the space station, meaning it was maintaining an orbit roughly 10 kilometers lower.
All right, so that's for that. So they already docked. They're there a couple days ago. Now they're supposed to undock and come back to Earth, and that's what we're waiting for. Supposed to, yeah. Well, that's the 15th. Well, where's the one now? Did we lose it? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we got it. 1 minute ago. Watch them return to Earth. Okay, now I got it. Somebody got the wrong one.
Have you back, Sandra. And of course, thank you to everyone.
So we're back to the politically correct, but at least it's eye candy here. Well, it won't let me go back. I'll be darned.
Veronica Foreman, a senior sales manager here at SpaceX.
And I'm Sandra Jones with NASA Public Affairs and Communications. It is so great to be back here.
It is really great to have you back, Sandra. And of course, thank you to everyone tuning in to watch live coverage of Dragon completing its 9th crew rotation mission to the space station through NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Crew 10 arrived on station on Sunday, March 16th at 12:04 a.m. Eastern. That's March 15th for those of us here in the Pacific time.
Right, it was March 15th. That's what I said, because they go Pacific time, because their control center is in Hawthorne, California. Now waiting for the minute before I can comment. What's this? Roderick, what do you mean wait, comment? Comment whenever you like, brother. Yeah, so International Space Station, they're going to be coming back from there shortly. All right, so what's this? Oh, you're wait. Oh, gotcha. You had to wait 10 minutes. Well, your 10 minutes are up there, Roderick. You're in. Now you can ask or comment. See the videos of the 2 astronauts. Thanks, Elon, for bringing them back. I didn't see that. Riddle space fans must be so unhappy, confused. Well, this thing needs to make it back safely. They need to make it safely. Here's the crew: Nick Hague, Alexander Gorbanov, Butch Wilmore, and Suni Williams. Suni's been up in space before, if I'm not mistaken. I think Butch Wilmore as well. Not sure about the others. Okay, so there you go. So that's the crew that went up there. Yeah, it needs to come back. They broke into our complex, Garden Boy's place last night and stole everything. So him and his family are sitting in an empty shack, no clothes, no food, children's necessities. Well, that's because they expect you to give them something now so they can steal from them again. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Horrible. Unbeknownst to the people on Earth, these astronauts would return infected with highly contagious bacteria mutated by cosmic rays, would render the victims capable of playing frisbee. Hendo. So the chica on the right there looks like she might qualify for Victoria's Secret model. All that bleachy blonde curly hair. Ooh, yeah. So, Hendo, you still here? That keeps Hendo around. We get the Victoria's Secret models. Okay, what else? I wouldn't want to be them getting off the pod. Kidding. Okay. They managed to cut launch costs yet? Oh, yeah. Launch costs have gone way down. Been trawling for any more news. U.S. Gold Reserve. That's gone quiet. Not normally up so early, but this morning we're having people pour the foundation for my mom's best friend. She's building her own house. Oh, okay, Linda. That's interesting. Or Lindy, excuse me. Interesting. Also want to know what's happening with the gold reserve. Nothing. They were supposed to audit it. I don't know. There's been nothing said about it then. She's too old for Hendo. Annie, good morning. We had a break also last night. So hutful. What are you hutful of, Eddie? Just everything in general? On a few days leave, so I'll be able to watch. Usually I'm on the road at 5:20. Okay, Carl, good to see you there. Reading these comments can be exhausting. I'm constantly looking for code, meaning. Oh, check it out. Here's the picture of the the capsule in space. It's attached to the space station. Getting ready to come back. It's a different angle. Yeah, this has got to come back safely. Otherwise, they're going to blame Elon Musk for it, and the leftists will start their nonsense. Hey, Joe Nemo, what's going on? Oh, there you are. I woke up to geeky nerd girls talking about dragons. I thought I was about to have the best. Oh, good God, Joe. Oh, stop it, man. Stop it. You guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me. All right, so let me put that down. Excuse me. Woo. So that's supposed to happen here soon. We'll see what happens. Where was that? Okay, I pulled a bunch of crap up earlier for news. We never even gotten any of it. So, this is what we started talking about earlier. Trump has revoked the clearance for Hunter Biden. Wow. And his sister. Wow. Ashley. President Biden made effective immediately President Trump made change effective immediately to security protection for Hunter and Ashley after reporters' inquiry. Please be advised that effective immediately, Hunter Biden will no longer have Secret Service protection. Likewise, Ashley Biden and his 13 agents will be taken off the list. Wow. Former president or spouse receive lifelong Secret Service protection, but their family members do not get it. It only goes for 6 months. Yep. Yep. So that's gone. He's in South Africa. An ANC veteran is the front runner, according to Semaphore, for South Africa's ambassadorial post. Who are we talking about? Well, we're talking about that gentleman right there. Yes, Deputy Minister for Justice and Constitutional Development, Andries Carl Nel. Yes, born in America, by the way, folks, to a South African diplomat who ran the consulate in New Orleans. Yep, South Africa scrambling to appoint a new ambassador after Ibn Rasul put his foot in his mouth on Friday. Whoops, stop that. Nel is said to be an uncontroversial figure. He won't speak out of line. He's a smart guy, and his messaging will be disciplined. Afrikaans heritage, of course, but he is an Afrikaner, but he is an ANCer all the way. ANC all the way. This guy is ANC. So, yep. All right. Where did I put that at? I've got a little background on him. I think it's over here. Nope, that's not where it's at. Where did it go? Anyway, yeah, he's born in New Orleans, and his father was a consular officer in New Orleans back in the day. And he's 59, if I'm not mistaken. Or is he early? What is his age? Yeah, 59, I think it is. There it is. Yeah, he is 65, born at 59 years of age. And he's been in government forever. He took a brief break, but he was born in New Orleans. His father, Nicholas, was a South African diplomat with an Afrikaner family, serving as a consul in New Orleans. He attended high school in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where he became interested in politics. He married a woman from New York, so he's married to an American, Kim Robinson, got married in 2005. And he's been in government since 1994. From 1994 to 2009, he was in government. And then all the way up until 2019. So from 1994, 25 years, he was in Parliament. Yep. And then he left, and he worked at Latuli House until 2024, and he's been back in government since then. He's never done anything in life except be a government official. Joe Kruger's off to work. Okay, thanks a lot. Take care. Maria says, I miss playing for your live show. Signals on the N1 in Pretoria is getting bad. Does anyone else experience this? Judging by our justice system, he'll mess this up too. Nathan Small's in from Cape Town. EFF will give Hunter red team overalls. Okay, they just go riding alone. Just a few touch screens if something goes up. Amazing tech. Yeah, it is pretty amazing tech. Imagine if you get the blue screen of death, though, from Microsoft. They'll be screwed. For only this one time, I won't blame Hunter for the 16 secrets. Someone approved that. Yeah, exactly. Give them the PS5s and cool suits. Arctic is very cynical. Very cynical. Crystal Frione, just go up riding along. There's just a few touch screens. Yeah, it is pretty amazing tech. Okay. Good morning, James Duvall. Rihanna. Judging. Okay. Colonel, once again for making my day again. Thank you. Got to go. Pay the man that reflects the mirror. Okay. The Man in the Mirror. That's a Michael Jackson song. Hey, all right. Sorry to see you, Xavier. See you go, Xavier. Have a good day. Be safe. Yeah, so this guy's been there. He married Kim Robinson, a black woman from Queens. They felt the need to tell you that. I didn't tell you she was black. They met in Joburg in 96 while Robinson was a Harvard Law graduate. He was clerking for a South African judge. So they got married in 2005, 9 years after they met. That's a long time to decide to get married. Anyway, yeah, this guy has never been in charge because he's white. So he's always been the deputy, and now he's the deputy again. Can't put a white guy in charge, not the ANC. No. You can put a white woman in charge, but not a white dude. It just doesn't work that well, huh? They don't like the view. All right, so what's this nonsense that the government is now going to pay off criminals? What are you talking about, Madeline? Where's that coming from? Whitezilla might make Trump change his mind about South African minorities. He may think she speaks for most of us. Whitezilla? What the hell does that mean? Whitezilla. What is a whitezilla? Is that like a gorilla? Gazilla? What are you talking about, man? You talking about Helenzilla? Trump's not listening to Helenzilla. Trust me, man. Coffee or teeth? Which should I attempt first? Dude, if you got to put false teeth in, I don't even know that. Lehan, it says, Chris, you've seen the U.S. Embassy in South Africa more than most of us. What questions could we expect should the interviews? Okay, well, yeah, I've seen the embassy, but that's an assumption that I would know. The reason I might be able to answer your questions is because I'm an investigator. I'm a law enforcement official, and I've done investigations, and I've asked people questions about the background. The sort of things you'd be asking this. I've never done an interview of a refugee that wants to come home or come to America, but I could just, if you just want me to spitball, would you guys like me to do that? Just do some, potential questions you could be asked. You want me to do that? Tell me. I won't do it unless you tell me to do it. Yeah. Oh, yes. Maybe I won't do it. Judge Napolitano, that's gone. Okay. That's gone. Get rid of that. Okay, where are they at, man?
United States Air Force to the U.S. Space Force.
Just checking. I'm just checking out. That's they got Nick Hague up there talking about him. Okay, go for it. Okay, all right. So, all right. Good gosh, spitball. Okay, so let's just pretend. Okay, all right. Okay, anyone can answer the question. You don't have to answer the question. All right. So first off, what's your name? Welcome. Okay, so all right. Why do I always assume the worst? What do you mean? What worse did I assume? I assumed you wanted me to answer these questions or ask the questions. Okay, so ask your name. Okay, got it. Okay, and where do you live? Okay, Centurion. All right. So that name Jackson. That doesn't sound very Afrikaans. Are you in fact an Afrikaner? Do you affiliate with the Afrikaner community? Yes, I do. I'm the famous singer Monty Jackson. You don't know me? No, just kidding. Okay, so next question. So have you ever been charged or convicted of a serious crime, a felony offense? What do you mean by felony offense? Well, rape, robbery, murder, pedophilia, sex crimes, assault? No. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, family, 2 kids, all right. Ages, 6 and 12. Okay, excellent. You married? Yes. Any spouse living with you? Okay. All right. So that's a start. You're going to ask questions like that. Okay. You're going to ask about your background. Okay. And they're going to ask things that aren't relevant because you have to determine whether someone is a bullshitter or not when you do these interviews because people will try to scam you, right? Okay. Well, having been charged and not being convicted are 2 different things. If you're not convicted of a crime, you're not convicted of a crime. The reason they ask about charge is because people will lie about that, okay? As an investigator, I've done investigations into people, and they tell me never been convicted of a crime, but I have been charged. So then another investigator goes out and talks to the people that you know, and someone has a grudge against you. Oh, yeah, no, that guy was convicted of, cattle theft. Really? When was that? 1997, okay. Can you tell me more about that? Okay. All right, so then you just have that information. Then I talked to the interviewer, and the interviewer said, I've never been convicted of a crime. But if you didn't bother to disclose that you've been charged with a crime, then that's going to give the indication that maybe there's something more going on here. So we have to investigate further, which could delay things, okay? So you have to be truthful with the investigator and tell them what to ask. So they're going to ask personal questions. They're going to ask questions they need for demographics. They're going to need questions they need to process your case. There's going to be, do you do illicit drugs? Are you doing tick? Mandrax? Dacha? Prescription drugs illicitly? Okay. Do you drink? How often do you drink? Well, this is a consideration, folks. These are things they could ask you. Yep, they'll watch your body language. A good interviewer is going to watch your body language to see if you're telling the truth, if you're fibbing, if you're lying, if you're telling the truth. All that plays a role, folks. Yeah. Yep. So those are the kind of questions they'll ask you and more. And watch, if you get there and you aren't asking these questions, don't come back and go, Chris, they didn't ask me anything like that. All they want to know is where I lived and when I'm ready to go. Well, I'm just telling you what an investigator should ask you. Things, Yeah, weed is, well, you can ask that question. Is it illegal in South Africa? If it's not, then it's not illicit. You say, I do smoke marijuana, but it's legal here. Then there's nothing wrong with that. Marijuana, unfortunately, now is legal in many states, so people can smoke it recreationally, but it's not legal on federal property. So anyway, I own my own business and smoke at my stores. Isn't cannabis legal in some? It is legal in some states. That's correct. Colorado is one. Yeah, it's also legal in more states for medicinal use if you have a doctor's prescription. Ohio, it's illegal for medicinal. Pennsylvania for medicinal, but recreational use, it's not legal. So, okay. So, all right. Now, if there's anything that gives them indication that you may have committed a crime or you've got something shady in your background, then they may get away from it. They're gonna come back to it, and it might be in not so an obvious way, and you don't realize it. So you have to be honest with folks. Okay. Well, if you have medicinal weed for PTSD, then that's we have that authorization here. I think in some places doctors prescribe their PTSD. So yeah. I don't know how it helps with PTSD, stoning someone and just narcotized. I don't know how it helps you, but I'm not a medical expert, so I can't answer that question. Yeah. So other questions are, okay, do you have any family in the United States that live there as citizens or permanent residents, naturalized citizens? No? Okay. Oh, you do? Where? Detroit. All right. If we were able to relocate you to Detroit, would you be willing to go there? No? You hate your brother. Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll make a note of that. All right. What's your occupation? Unemployed. Well, that's not an occupation. That's a status. What's your occupation? Are you a ditch digger? Or are you a printer? Are you a drafter? Or are you a clinician? Oh, you're an economist. Okay, no wonder you're unemployed. In South Africa, there's no economy. Okay, Mornay is bored now, just going off to work, man. See, I knew it. People get bored and they just leave on me. All right. Most beautiful beach ever visited. And they will know about it before you even do it. Yes. Yeah. Don't bullshit. Yeah. Hard to get. Exactly. It's good advice. When we sit down and interview someone, normally, we already have most of the answers we're looking for. Okay? So if you've done something, we probably already know about it. Okay? Just understand that. Okay? And if you think the American government can't find out about stuff, you just don't know. You just don't know. Are you thinking you did something a long time ago? Okay, so you just got to be honest with people, okay? Yeah, you like that. No wonder you're unemployed and economist in South Africa. What are they doing? Are they ready now? Let me see.
Afternoon to begin the final leg of the ride home for Williams, Wilmore, Haig, and Gorbanoff.
Okay, nothing yet. All right, so that's the sort of stuff you can expect to hear. And like Arctic implied, so Arctic would know he went through this. Now, that's a little bit different. He was interviewed by immigration personnel. Who will do the interview from this? Don't know if it's an investigator, a third party that they hire, or to be U.S. diplomatic personnel. There aren't that many U.S. diplomatic personnel to handle a large influx of people like this working for refugee programs. So they'll probably hire people to do it. Maybe you'll find me in Pretoria doing interviews. You never know. Never know. Yeah, no, they can catch you if you're lying. And oh, by the way, if they don't catch you and they later catch you, you'll be kicked out of the country and sent back to the hellhole you came from. Yep. There's no compunction on that. No compunction on that. So look, John Demjanjuk lied on his immigration form. And years later was accused of being Ivan the Terrible from Treblinka or somewhere like that, or Auschwitz or Treblinka. And so the Israelis went after him full force, and everyone else, the Germans, Germans prosecuted him. He convicted him. It was overturned because of illegitimate prosecution. The Israelis found him not guilty, and he wound up being a person without a state for a long time because of that. He was stripped of his American citizenship, and he had to have his Ukrainian citizenship, so they didn't want him. And so he died in very poor condition, spent the last dozen years or 20 years of his life fighting something he claimed he never did. But whatever the case is, whether he did it or not, folks, the bottom line with that situation is that you can be stripped of your citizenship, you can be stripped of your naturalization, you can be stripped of your refugee status if you mislead or lie. An act of omission is a lie. No one cares if you use vape. If you're behind on your tax or something like that, would that affect? Probably not, Werner. Well, you're not. Okay, your refugee status isn't affected by your financial situation. We don't care about that. I mean, they might ask you just to get a sense of who you are, to make a recommendation, but it shouldn't affect it at all. No. Will they hire South Africans to do the interview? Because then none of us will qualify. I doubt that, John, because, again, this is an in-country situation, which is unusual, not unprecedented, but unusual. I seriously doubt. So, for instance, when we did vetting in Liberia, we had, who was it worked for us? We had Fijians and we had New Zealanders. It was a New Zealand company that did it, and some Australians that worked for them and ran the program. And there are a couple of West Africans, but there were no Liberians that were participating in it. No Liberians, because you can't trust that. So we had some Senegalese and where were the other guys from? I'm trying to remember. But anyway, yeah. Pre-checks on what? Oh, you're talking about in space? Yeah, no. It's going away. Shoot.
Separation confirmed.
They just broke away. Separation's confirmed. Successful. Now that hatch has got to close.
Undocking occurring right on time at 12:05 a.m. Central Time, 1:05 a.m. Eastern Time.
We got to close that lid, boys. You can see it wobbling there. You better close it.
Good motion, good stability on Dragon as it backs away.
Freedom, SpaceX on the big loop, depart burn 0 nominal.
Okay, you going to close the lid, boys?
Good opening rate reported by the visiting vehicle officer.
That's the space station there. They broke away from it. Okay. Let's get back to the camera. Okay, that's inside the capsule. They haven't closed the lid, have they? Oh, you can see the camera on the left and on the right as they pull away from the International Space Station. Again, as far as I know,
Dragon's attitude control system
still open.
Functioning as advertised.
Still open. The lid's still open there. Close the lid, boys, or you're not going to make it back safely.
Some freedom on the big loop. On behalf of Crew 9, I'd like to say it was a privilege to call station home, to live and work and be a part of a mission and a team that spans the globe, working together in cooperation for the benefit of humanity. To our colleagues and dear friends who remain on the station, Alex and Dave Bertot, Grill, we know the station's in great hands. We're excited to see what you guys are going to accomplish, and we'll be waiting for you. Crew 9's going home.
Oh, there are no stars. This is a studio. It's all stage. It's not real. It's all fake, man. Answer Oates is back on U.S. soil.
Houston Station on the big loop. Step 2, ISS thrusters are verified enabled. To Crew 9, safe journey home. It's been the honor of a lifetime to cross your path up here on Space Station. Your service has been very much appreciated, and we'll miss you. But have a great journey home.
So that was the space station talking to the crew. But shut the damn hatch. When are they going to shut that hatch, man? They're moving away from the space station, but look at that. That looks like something from Buck Rogers.
This is back. I wish we could spend more time with you guys, but many people who love you and whom you love are waiting for you, so safe travel, Godspeed.
The hell did that guy just say? No idea what he said. There we go, camera adjustment.
For crew arrival, we ring a bell in Navy tradition, and for Crew 9, I did a baritone salute as you undocked.
Yeah, this looks like something from the Deep Space Nine stage at Paramount. Yeah, they knew everything about you, the Secret Service, when they came back. Oh, is the lid closing finally? Nope. Close the damn lid!
So
you know
an
who
exchange
we...
of poignant words between the Dragon commander, Nick Hague, as well as the Crew 10 crew, the newly arrived Crew 10 crew members, Anne McLean, Takoya Onishi, and Don Pettit, offering their best wishes and Godspeed for a safe return to Earth on Tuesday afternoon for the quartet aboard the Dragon Freedom.
Who drives with the front door open? Shut your door, man. Your bonnet's open. Oh, what happened there? That's an image. Okay, back to Hawthorne. There we go. Now we're in Hawthorne. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about SpaceX sabotage too. Oh, Boeing cost us greatly for that because Boeing failed and their United Liberty Launch Alliance failed just looking out for her best interests. Huh? What are you talking about? What did Kobustan say? Pity I won't be alive by the time I have proper spaceships or I'd be way too old. Well, it's for your mother-in-law. That's why they're laughing. Yeah, no, when the Secret Service came, they knew all about you. I'm sure they did. Zingizi Supplies, where are the stars? Dude, there are no stars. It's all fake. It's all on a studio lot in Paramount.
Dragon continues an opening rate away from the zenith port of the Harmony module of the International Space Station, undocking occurring just about 5 minutes ago at 12:05 a.m. Central Time, 1:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, coming up here in the next minute or so will be the spacecraft's exit from what is called the keep-out sphere. That is the first imaginary line
from the space station,
between the space station and the departure corridor for the Dragon itself.
When are you going to shut the door?
That will be followed by Dragon maneuvering to a Sun communications pointing orientation and to enable better communications between the tracking and data relay satellite system and Dragon's communications capability itself. The approach ellipsoid exit, that basically is the end of integrated operations where Dragon will cross that imaginary line to move beyond the neighborhood of the station, as it were, is scheduled about 14 minutes from now.
All right. Well, how about we shut the front door, man? What's going on with that? Lindy says, got to go. Okay. Enjoy your shower. Close hatch. Engine hyperdrive. Yeah. Warp factor 9. Engage.
The departure 1 burn now complete, all nominal.
Depart burn 1 nominal. Your go to doff suits per procedure 4.012. And a final reminder that the big loop will be deactivated following Dragon's exit from the approach ellipsoid.
We had Depart 1 burn, and we are go to doff suits. That's in work momentarily. We'll expect to go off big loop when we get outside the concert.
I imagine it won't be a problem, Alzette, but it's just something you want to
readback, Freedom.
It's something you're going to want to disclose. You're not going to want to hide that.
With all the Freedom thrusters operating in perfect fashion, the acknowledgement by the spacecraft communicator in Hawthorne to Commander Nick Hague aboard Freedom that the crew has been given the go-ahead to get out of their entry suits for the time being, get into more comfortable clothing as Dragon continues its traverse away from the International Space Station. This will continue throughout the course of the overnight hours into tomorrow afternoon, a series of pre-programmed maneuvers that will enable Freedom to be in a position for its deorbit burn on Tuesday afternoon.
What time,
that
Rocco?
The deorbit burn is scheduled to take place
at
4:11 p.m. Central Time, 5:11 p.m. Eastern Time.
All right, we know where we'll be tomorrow.
It'll be a 7-minute, 29-second braking maneuver to enable Dragon to slip out of orbit. Its velocity slowed by 53.2 meters per second, enabling it to begin its high-speed entry back through Earth's atmosphere.
The dilithium crystals are cracked, Captain. We can't give it any more power. English, please. Yeah. Yeah. Check dilithium crystals. Yep. Futurist Star Wars without the cool swords. I might not like it, says Chronic. Crew Dragon 9 is scheduled to splash. I thought it was Crew Dragon 10. 550. No, he just said 5:11. Did he not? He just didn't say that, Steve. Hey, Steve Green, welcome to you. Thank you for sharing that. I thought he said it was 5. No, the 19th. That's Wednesday. Well, that's going to be close then because I have radio show at 7 on Wednesday. So, yep. All right. Adam, she didn't say murder. She said attempted murder. Attempted murder. Yeah. She couldn't take it no more, Captain. That's right. All right, that's boring as all get out. So we're going to turn that off and come back and continue our conversation. There you go. I'll leave that open so I can keep track of what's going on, but I don't need to see Hawthorne and NASA's spaces. Yeah, no, said attempted murder. Can't be expunged? Why can't it? It's from Grok. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I think maybe they changed it back, but I thought he said 5:11. So anyway, we'll check on it, but it's in the same hour. So being back 7 of 9. This is cock boring autopilot crap. bring back 7 of 9. Resistance is futile. We are the Borg. Resistance is futile. I am Locutus. Wait a second. That doesn't make sense. How can you be Locutus since you're the Borg? Aren't you a collective? The Borg made Star Trek Star Trek Next Generation interesting, and the Borg made Star Trek Voyager interesting because it was a series that was floundering until they brought her on. Answer said other view will only be released in 3 to 4 weeks. No news on who interviewed him. Well, it wasn't me, Mr. Chardin. Must have been Joe Rogan. And once again, Aaron's is not hooking me up with his contacts. Stephen Nordkia, how you doing? Well, I'm doing fine, man. I hope you're doing well as well. Please ask those space people to pass South Africa and pick us up. That'll be a tough tether there, Johan. That cable hanging down from space, that's going to get a lot of drag. Okay, say it loud in comfortable clothing, but it's the bonnet closed. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, man. Did they close the bonnet? Yanni Rousseau, good morning. Our Bodikis have decided that once we're in the U.S., we're going to have a more as a huge bride. Just invite you to thank you for all your... Well, it's very kind of you, Yanni. I appreciate that. Hunter Biden this weekend was 16 Secret Service. It was 18, actually. Overheard when media questioned Trump, he says he's going to... Well, Miguel, please watch my content. We've had this conversation earlier. You're tuning in late. Please watch my content. I have put that video up. People don't watch my content. You frustrate me to no end. You know, it's funny because some people watch only lives. Some people watch only prepared videos, and some people watch both. So that is the video that I did earlier about Hunter Biden. By the way, I've recorded another video. I was editing it, ran out of editing time just before I went live here. So when I'm done, I've got to edit the next video. This one's about Johannesburg City Council meeting in which the dude said, I will wear a Hitler t-shirt. Wow. 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 Back to my question. Will my cousin's crime spree affect my... No. Nope. If it's not you, then if you're not involved, then it's not going to affect you. Yep. Would you hook up Aaron? Of course, Arctic. In fact, I just did that yesterday. I connected someone in South Africa with a big event with someone else who has a big organization and didn't have contact. I reached out to the person, said, can I share your contact information? They want to reach you for this reason. And now they're in contact. Of course I would. I don't hold anything back. I was asked by Ernst to be in touch with someone in the past, and I connected him with him. And I was asked by Ernst van Sale to be in touch with someone. I put him in touch. Ernst van Sale always puts me in touch with people if he has contact. So is Jeremy Nell. Jeremy Nell got me to Steve Hofmeyer back in the day because he was friends with Steve. So Ronaldo tries. He's done some good work to help me get in touch with a few people, and I do the same. Yep. No, I don't. Isak from Newspod asked me for someone. I gave him the information. Yep. Putting on live cooking something. I've never thought about that. James is ugly on the street. Well, that's a shame. Crystal Theon. Yes, they were stranded there. Leonard Hofstra, you frustrate me. Wheaton! 1986. I was on a bus from East Texas. 18 hours on a bus in which I had to violate my personal rule never to use a public restroom. Only to get to Star Trek convention in Louisiana. And Will Wheaton wasn't there. Yeah, Boeing. Boeing used to be an amazing company. It's the best in the world, but it has gone so far downhill. Angie Brand, welcome to you. Something about a bride at a park. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. No need to divulge, Clid. You shared more than you need to. So no need for that. All right. Okay, so I have to put up my save this for next year, my Valentine's Day. Yeah. These are not the droids you're looking for. Wyoming is not for you. Wyoming is not for you. Oh. Now I'm getting hypnotized. All right. Oh my goodness. ANC is hell-bent on bringing sanctions. Oh, they are. They are. What the F has the GNU done but empower the ANC to take the rest of us down with them? You are correct, Tomahawk. I think that's a fair question. Oh, okay. You want to watch some of the Joburg City Council? I made that video earlier. Let me get that one up. Hang on. Let me get that. Let's do that. I meant to show this earlier, but we got so distracted by the space thing, they left with the bonnet open. What kind of crap is that, man? I mean, look, if they don't close that bonnet, it ain't going to go well on reentry. I'm just saying, it's going to get caught and flip the thing over and lose its attitude. Well, it's going to get a hell of an attitude. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Let's get this up. Joburg City Council meeting. All right, so this is Joburg City Council meeting. I made this video earlier. I've clipped pieces and put them slightly out of order because I was using them for my video. So here we go. All right, you ready for this? White people say don't go there, we go there. I know, exactly. That's why I'm telling you, don't go to New Jersey. Don't go to New Jersey. Don't go to California. All right, here we go. Let's get this up on the screen. Boom. All right. It's from a Zoom session, okay? Or Teams. I'm not sure. Is that Zoom or Teams? That might be Teams. Anyway, whatever the case is, this is from Johannesburg City Council on the 13th of March, 2024. And we're going to see what they have to say. You ready for this? Ooh, this is going to be sadly entertaining. Pretty frightening, actually. Where the hell's my camera at? There it is. Got it. Okay, here we go.
With the face of Hitler. And our flag.
Please
so
respect.
I will do that because you allowed this to happen.
Please respect my ruling.
I will do that because you allowed this to happen. You will let them wear this racist apartheid state. I will do that. This is the 30% crowd. This is a graduate of 30% school in South Africa here. Pan-African Congress.
The next council, I will come here.
I will come here.
You can continue. Yeah, because these people are killing innocent children there and women.
All right, how racist and how bigoted is that? These people killed innocent. This is a South African. Mr. Shea is a South African counselor in Johannesburg. He's not from Israel. He's not an Israeli. He's not an IDF. He's not killing anybody. These people. If we said the same thing about that gentleman about killing people in the Congo because his skin is black, what would people say about that? Wouldn't they say that's bad? Wouldn't they say that's wrong? Wow.
The city's so-called performance indicators aren't about improving service delivery. They're about ensuring that the beneficiaries of...
Please hold on.
Okay. So if you look at this gentleman, he's a DA counselor. He's a shadow minister. He's wearing a kippah on his head, which has a Star of David on it. And that's his faith. Nothing wrong with that. He has a tie on, which has the Star of David. Nothing wrong with that. But the tie has the blue, pale blue and white of the Israeli government. So that's clearly a political statement. On his lapel, he's wearing a couple things, one of which is a dual flag, a Israeli flag and a South African flag. Many of these, in the diplomatic community, we often have these things for relations. You hand them out. So like U.S. South Africa flag, U.S. Botswana flag, Zambia South Africa flag, in this case, Israel South Africa flag. So here's the thing. There apparently was a rule in the rule book for Johannesburg until 2016 that says you can't wear anything that's politically affiliated. That was rescinded in 2016. And we have an idiot who reads from the rule book and he can't even figure the rule back out. And then he's later told, I don't know if it's in here, but later told it's rescinded. And they just say the most vile things. So accusing this gentleman of killing people in Gaza when he's not from Gaza, he's not been there, never been there to my knowledge. And the only association he has with Gaza is that if you make the link to Israel is a Jewish state, which is not entirely true, and the fact that this guy's Jewish, it's reprehensible. Where is the South African Human Rights Commission for his dignity being harmed? Not to mention criminal injuria.
Madam Speaker, I rise in terms of Rule 72. Although what the councillor is saying is something that does not interest me because he's talking hogwash. I want to rise on the issue of the insignia and the emblem there of South Africa and the racist Jewish state.
The racist Jewish state. And South Africa wonders why America has a problem with South Africa.
Here in council. So I want to raise that. Can that be removed? What he's saying, he can say it's his own speech. Nobody listens to him anyway. So he can spew that nonsense on his own. But the insignia there, he must remove. Come on. Thank you.
Yeah. So bigotry of the highest order here.
Can you rule on that racist Israeli flag and the South African emblem there? He can continue with his hogwash. We don't care. Madam Speaker, Rule 30A. Rule 30A.
Councillor Christian, give him an opportunity.
Rule 30A.
So Councillor Christian, she's telling him hold off. Now the speaker does a pretty good job here. She tries, but she's not perfect.
Can I read, Madam Speaker? I will go to the last paragraph. 38.
He can't even figure out the rules. He doesn't know the rules. He's reading them and he can't figure it out. This is part of the 30% crowd.
Last paragraph. It says the formal nature of council or its committees must not wear any political symbols or insignia. And Marawabon, to shout, you don't need any brain power to shout. Just
Marabona, to be a brainless idiot, you don't need to say anything. We can just see that you're a brainless idiot.
Please.
Councillor Rapadu.
Please.
Let's give the councillor, he's left with only 3 minutes. Let him continue with his speech.
May he remove the racist Israeli flag there, please.
Just another example of
Councillor,
shifting the
Shay,
goalpost.
please hold on. MMC Nkonku.
Madam Speaker, I want clarity. If it's like this, I will also come with a skip, a shirt, with the face of Hitler.
My
Hitler, you know Hitler.
Councillor,
and our flag.
Please respect.
So I will do that because you allowed this to happen.
Please respect my ruling. Thank you,
the next
MMC
council,
Raleboa.
I will come here with the face
Councillor
of
Shay,
Hitler.
you can continue.
Yeah, because these people are killing innocent children there and women. And this is a
Councillor, you are out of order.
illegal state.
MMC, you are out of order.
So we cannot allow terrorism here.
MMC.
And we took them to international
MMC,
court.
we've made a ruling. You are
No.
setting a very bad example.
I'm going to do that
MMC,
exactly.
yeah, City of Johannesburg. You are setting a very bad example. MMC, Councillor Shay, you can continue.
We won Hitler.
Can we?
Did you hear that? They said, we want Hitler. Talk about the insensitivity to people nearly exterminated by the Nazis and Adolf Hitler, and saying this to a South African Jew. We want Hitler. Wow. What exactly did you mean by that, Marcel Kalk? Speak for yourself with all the exclamation points. Whom are you referring to? Were you talking to me?
Speaker, can we request that the MMC please be referred to ethics for ignoring your rulings? Thank you.
This flag, really, we can't stand it. We can't stand the flag of apartheid country in a country where we.
What a bunch of pussies, so triggered by a flag, a lapel button flag, one that diplomats from U.S. and South African missions share amongst each other. And this pussy is so afraid of it, so terrified of it, so terrified of a flag, as he sits there in an intimidating prison jumpsuit seeking to intimidate people. Yeah.
Experience apartheid. Kids are being killed in
Experience apartheid. Dude, are you even old enough to know what the hell apartheid was?
Gaza even today, and we are watching this. No, we cannot be subjected to this. You must take off
Why not? We're being subjected to this 30% nonsense.
that thing. He's abusing us, this man. No, we can.
He's abusing you. No, your bigotry is what's abusing the common sense and decorum of the council, buddy.
And not from the river to the sea.
Viva Palestine. That's what they're saying in the background. They want Hitler. Free, free Palestine. This is a city council meeting of Johannesburg where there's no water, there's potholes everywhere, the city's in massive debt, people are hungry, people are unsafe, and this is the crap that they're doing, acting like fools. The gentleman from the DA was getting up and talking about how the city of Johannesburg is in such bad shape that even the president of the country has condemned the city for its situation. If the president of the ANC condemns the condition of Johannesburg, we must really be in bad shape, he said. We need to fix, and they kept interrupting. It took 40 minutes for him to get his comments out. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you're right. You can't speak to ignorant fanatics. Yeah, anyway, that's just a few minutes of the couple of the hours long of this stupidity. So yeah, it's just unbelievable, folks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So I have a video be forthcoming with analysis of that, and I'm working on that once I finish this broadcast. So yeah, I've already editing it. It's in the process of editing, so it's kind of ugly right now. Yeah, I know, Ravani. You see the phrase. This is the point of this is that they keep saying Trump is wrong. Trump is imagining. There's nothing. There's no bigotry. There's no hatred. There's no animosity. It's a loving, milk and honey place. Give me a break. Charleston weekend after Lecker chat. I'm even more convinced I want to go. Okay, Willie, that's interesting. And this mentality is what we have to deal with. Yep, South Africa's a circus. So embarrassing. Yeah, it is. Bunch of incompetent asses. The Jews helped you to come to power. Hitler would have killed you, you dumbass. What? The Jews helped you come into power. Huh? Oh, you're talking to the ANC. Well, the Pan-African Congress. Gotcha. Okay, I'm trying to understand again. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, the Jews did help the ANC and the Pan-African Congress. Trials, brothers. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, okay, you got to use punctuation, man. You got to use punctuation. That was very confusing. I figured it out after I read it a couple times. Bottom of the barrel. Yeah, it's the 30% crowd. We're lying in the shit pit, says Tom Hawk. Yep. Who knows? Maybe they all came from a spaceship and aliens. This only happens because they managed to get the old South African flag banned. Kill the Boer and ANC flag should have been banned by the same definition. Yep. Another reason I'm grateful for the refugee program. Yeah, Anton. Yep. That's like a normal work day, Yolanda says. Yep. Basically, whites, whether Jew, Afrikaans, or English, are hated and discriminated against South Africa. Yeah, I know, but we have to show this. They expose themselves. Remember, I went to Moor Board. Remember that in the Pretoria, in the Shwane Council last year? I went to Moor Board. Nothing happened to that guy. South African Human Rights Commission, nothing. Yet they're still pursuing a legal case in an effort to bankrupt Ronaldo Khus. It's unbelievable. Right, he said you don't need brains to shout. And I said you don't need brains to be a dumbass. That's what I said. I wasn't repeating what he said. I was analyzing my comments. Yep. Yeah, the flag of the ANC, but what does that mean to people? A lot of people think that means hatred. The flag of the ANC murdered people's husbands, wives, daughters, sons, brothers, aunts, blew them up with bombs. So what does the flag of the ANC mean? But terrorism. People could ask that question, right? It's just stupid. People getting so torched over a flag. It's a symbol. Stop being such dumbasses. Yeah, I doubt he was talking to me. I'm wondering who he was talking about. That's why I asked. Did he just invoke the Fuhrer for a Jew? Yeah, he did. He did. Oh, Morning Shot covered this? Okay, all right. It's from last Thursday. I've just been busy. But the crux of my opinion would be, they keep telling Trump he's wrong and Americans are wrong. South Africa is wonderful. There's nothing wrong. And we see these stories all the time. Now we see this one about South Africa's farmers are just all things are hunky-dory. Did you see this story? This is in the News 24. They came out this yesterday afternoon. South African farmers haven't been this optimistic in years, no matter what Trump says. What does Trump have to do with this, Mouton? This is just propaganda. The mood among agricultural businesses is currently the most optimistic it's been in 14 quarters. Really? Well, I know several commercial farmers in South Africa, and not one of them is in a good mood. From different sectors, maize, cattle, tobacco, multiple fields. An agribusiness confidence index has surged in the first quarter, recording much stronger optimism about profitability and exports. The Agribusiness Confidence Index, compiled by the Agribusiness Chamber of South Africa and Industrial Development Corporation, Industrial Development Corporation is a government entity, surged by 11 points to 70 points. Its third consecutive increase and its highest level since 2021. It's heartening to see that geopolitical tensions haven't weighed on the sector heavily, says Wandile Silolobo, an economist at AgBiz. Clearly, the South African farming sector is thriving, not under siege, and farmers are investing. The U.S., which has been threatening South Africa's expulsion from the AGOA agreement, comprises about 4% of South Africa's farm exports. Actually, that's False. That's fake. The United States has not threatened to remove South Africa from AGOA. That's a lie. Do you see this bullshit? The U.S. has been threatening South Africa expulsion. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Some of us have been warning you it's a consequence, but nobody's threatening it. There's nobody in Washington. Trump has never said we're going to kick you out. He's not even talked about AGOA. Do you see the lies? The utter lies these people come with. It's unbelievable. The U.S. is threatening expulsion. No, they're not. That's just made up. That's simply untrue. Where do you get that crap from? You just make that stuff up, man. News 24. Shame on you. Once again, that's propaganda. The United States has not been threatening expulsion. This is the shit that's in your minds. You people believe this bullshit because you don't have cognitive ability to reason, think things together. This is why I have to make videos all the time, because this bullshit. The U.S. is not threatening South Africa under AGOA. I said it. It's concerned. But you know why they think U.S. is being threatened? Because black supremacists just stole my video and put a little piece in there. And when I explain what the potential ramifications would be if there were actual sanctions against South Africa, and I listed some of those sanctions. So you know they're watching that crap, and they're just in their own little bubble. Oh, well, that's all that. Look, there's a colonel in America threatening South Africa with sanctions. Therefore, a bunch of bullshit. No one's doing that. People are stupid as a box of rocks, man. Stupid people should wear signs. That way you wouldn't ask them questions. You know, I was driving around the other day, got a flat, pulled in a filling station, and a mechanic came out and he said, got a flat? And I said, no. Funniest thing, I was driving around, my other 3 tires just swelled right up on me. And without missing a beat, he said, well, weather will do that. The heat will do that to you. Here's your sign. Stupid people should wear signs. That way you wouldn't ask them questions. Afrikaner Boer's back. How's it going, man? Yes, your taxes going to that crap, paying their salaries. They all wear expensive clothing, look slick. They spew hatred. It's incredibly sad to see how he is treated, how people of certain faiths are treated by haters. Amanda, 100%. 100%. But we must free Palestine. Yeah, exactly. Guilty of pointing a firearm while confronting intruders in the home in the middle of the night. Intruders never charged with the crime. It shouldn't affect your chances at all. Just be honest. Just be honest. And the injustice of what happened to you will be proven by the fact that the criminals were never charged. America is very sympathetic to people protecting their homes and hearths. Jan says Iranian ship Zagros was sunk by U.S. forces and strikes. Yeah, okay, we talked about that earlier, and we found one unreliable news source. Let me look in the media and see if there's actual news sources reporting that now. There was nothing earlier when we started a couple hours ago. Come on. Nothing here. Nothing here. All right. There is not a single news source. I'll try a few of them just by hand. Wall Street Journal. I'll go to Al Jazeera. Nope, nothing there. If Al Jazeera is carrying it, then maybe Al Jazeera. Nope. You guys keep talking about a ship that's been sunk. Not one news outlet in 2 hours has picked this story up. If Al Jazeera's not covering it, then you know it's not happening, because they'll cover that like white on rice. They're desperate to cover anything that makes America look bad. Who are the farmers they're talking about? Quote their names. Huh? Desperate need of some good news. Any good news? Always. Well, we just covered the undocking of the SpaceX Dragon spaceship. Melt steam cup. Well, I answered your question. Okay. That's why I need to be repetitive. Yep. Whenever I see an article on News 24, I wait a couple of hours and come back and get the full. Well, actually, if you wait a couple of hours, Carol, they'll come back and change the story as if they never reported on the other thing. That's dishonest. You need to file an amended page. Keep the original up there. Rakes, I wouldn't invest either with EWC. I wouldn't either. They're not going to get any foreign direct investment. Why would I put money in a place like that? Salt Lake City is a nice place to live. It's kind of dry, though. Apartheid card expired. Expired with a racist card. Yep. That's the, I think Arctic was asking earlier. He tuned in Newspod. He got now. He said, I saw you again on Newspod. Am I drunk? No, they took, because I said the race card is expired, they took that. Jeff Foxworthy. No, that's Bill Engvall, not Jeff Foxworthy. Can't be U.S. ambassador left will explode, and the EFF will camp in front of ambassador's residence. Psh, nah. Somebody farted and need fresh air. I don't think so. Things are getting out of control, Teresa. You're right. Stupid people are too stupid to realize that they're stupid. Yep. 9 generations of American patriots, says Alan Gill. Okay. Thank you, Alan. Melt says, thank you for your reply. You're welcome, Melt. It should be fine. I mean, that sounds like a bogus criminal charge. Look, we understand that governments misuse the criminal justice system. Illegitimate governments. We know that. We know that happens. And that's part of the process. So when we check criminal databases, and I check criminal databases in every country that I worked in. Liberia. Well, I didn't Tunisia because I was doing something different. But Liberia, Botswana, Malawi, Niger, Mauritania, Uganda, and Ethiopia. Those 7 countries, and every one of those countries check criminal databases from local sources. We know that we're getting sometimes politically motivated information. And it's easy enough to figure that stuff out. So we've had people falsely accused of things they never did. We get a criminal charge. We look at it. We adjudicate it. There's an adjudication process involved, okay? And that's why you have to be truthful. That's why you have to tell your side of the story. If you were falsely accused of something or falsely convicted of something, even spent time in jail for a crime you didn't commit, then you need to be honest because they're going to find out you spent time in jail. And if you didn't tell them about spending time in jail, well, then you had something to hide. You get where I'm coming from? Are you getting where I'm coming from? Okay. It's not like in Africa where you don't tell anybody anything. We're going to go to the dentist. Oh, George, that's going to suck. I need to go to the dentist too for a follow-up. But I haven't had time to schedule it. Probably aren't going to have time to get me in this week. Ellen, what do you want the colonel to do with that info? In the 1980s, Israeli trainers came to South Africa and gave us some training on urban internal security. I'm sure they were great professionals. When Titanic went down, first class people didn't even believe it until it was too late. Yep. Cobus, that's a good point. They didn't believe it until they were sinking. Cyril put government salaries first. I didn't see that. Okay. Some people said things just to get attention, but not make valid points. Yeah, no, it's true, Earl. Look at Jasmine Crockett. She can't be that stupid. All right, Crystal, thanks for being here. If I stay in South Africa, they're going to use my name, a street name. And bring letters from neighbors. Yeah, no, if you've got statements from people that support your case, have those things, okay? That's the kind of thing you can put together. Yeah. Let's show that Parliament clip to Donald Trump. Exactly. I mean, they're telling Trump he's wrong, but... Yeah, hit the like button, folks. We haven't even hit 500 likes. What's up with that? Come on, man. Hit the like button. Make it happen. Don't make me beg for it. Come on.
That was easy.
Come on, man. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. End up paying a guy's salary that he missed because he fell through the roof and broke his hip while breaking in. That's crazy. 463 likes. We're still not there, man. What's up with that? Still not there. Okay, so yeah, so let's see what we did here. 478. That's better. 15 just came in. So we did. Hang on a second here. On the 17th, we did 3 videos. On the 16th, we did 4 videos. On the 15th, 1, 2, 3 videos. The 14th, 1, 2, 3. 13th, 2, 3. 12th, 2. Yeah, so we're doing 2 to 4 per day. It's not bad. Not bad. Let's see how we're doing on analytics over here. We have surpassed 10 million views, by the way, folks. It is awesome. Awesome. Okay. Drop to 131. Okay, let's see something here real quick. I'm going to check something out very quickly here. All right. Okay, cool beans. Today is the 18th, so we got another, 2 weeks left in this month. 31 days in March. Cool beans. So half the month left. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get back over here. 3.3 million views in the last 28 days. Lifetime, we're now at 10,100,000 views. Wow. Well, 10,066,000 views. Pretty cool. We're approaching that 1 million hours of viewed content. That is awesome, folks. Really, really cool. So cool. And tonight, how we doing? We picked up some more views. Cool. 9,200 from 12 to 1. And that's 143. We're 6,000. So we'd have to pick another 3,000 before the top of the hour to match the last one. That's pretty cool. We're getting close to that 60,000 now. We're still 867 subscribers away. Yeah, I've got a video for Gate and I got to finish too. You should automatically like a vid if you're watching for over 5 minutes. Yeah. No, that's why I stick the video in there periodically, because I learned that that's made a big difference in getting people to like it. Yeah, we're doomed here in this beautiful country, especially with 30% represented people. This is Errol. Okay. I took the sacrifice to ensure the state of my children's lives become an anchor to them, rather than become a deadbeat father. Well, it's honorable. Well, he needs 18 bodyguards because he has 3 bodyguards. Was it 6? So 4 bodyguards at a time, 3 shifts, and then floats or something like that. It's ridiculous. Yep. Good thing about social media, the fools expose themselves. Exactly. Darlene says, I would like to speak to someone privately about what has been done to me. I'll be 100% honest, nothing to hide. Well, Darlene, I mean, what do you mean speak to someone? Just anyone? Or you just want to get something off your chest? You want to share and not in public? Whom would you like to talk to? A bit late, did you see Steenhuisen and Gate and Rob Herzog's channel on Restaurants Israel? No, I didn't. He had both of them on his channel? Okay, well, that's interesting. Wow, he's doing well. Okay. Hermanus? No. I don't see anything there. Don't see anything there. No, I don't see nothing. I don't know what, none of the titles say anything. Yeah. I don't see anything from Rob there, so sorry. Oh, we hit the 500 likes. There you go. That's better, guys. Jeffrey Barnard says he left Saudi in 98 and moved to New Zealand. All right, whereabouts in New Zealand yet, Jeffrey? I had a great time in New Zealand in 2011. I was going to go back, but then Jacinda Ardern became the prime minister and it wasn't safe. New Nick says I spent 32 years in jail. Okay. What, in post-apartheid South Africa? All I know is that these Muppets have no idea the kind of genie they've just let out of the bottle. AFRICOM alone is rumored to have 260,000 plus. AFRICOM doesn't have 260,000 what? No, AFRICOM doesn't have any troops, so I don't know where people are getting that from. Africa Command has no troops, just the headquarters troops and the few people sprinkled in embassies, which aren't even a fighting force. They're just administrative people. But yeah, United States military has plenty of people. So, opinion on Colonel Douglas McGregor interview with Tucker, U.S. withdrawal in Mexico. I haven't seen it, Philip. I don't watch Doug McGregor. For a lot of my viewers, he's lost a lot of credibility over Ukraine. I haven't watched the stuff. I've known who he was before that, but he's one of those guys who gets on Fox News and gets famous. And, I haven't been on Fox News, so I'm not famous. Interesting how in debates or arguments with certain people, they fixate on a single point, disregarding everything else. You are correct, Jeremy. That is correct. And I see that all the time. I have people coming in here. So a few weeks back when this whole thing started with the refugee thing, I had people come in the channel, well, you're wrong. An Afrikaner is this. I said, no, I'm not wrong. I gave you my definition of an Afrikaner, which is more inclusive than yours. But my definition isn't germane and neither is yours. No, it is. I said, no, it's not. You're not with the Department of State. You're not deciding who will come to America under the program defined as an Afrikaner. That's up to the U.S. government. No, an Afrikaner is this. Like, dude, I can't. Look, you're pissing in the wind. You're pissing in the wind. Yep, it just, some people, yeah, they're just demonically possessed. They got to tell their point. Doesn't matter whether they're right or wrong. Yeah, Jeremy, I'm with you on that one. 50 new political parties. I doubt it, Arctic, because they're not going to have the traction. Nobody's going to join them. I guarantee you, you get 10 Afrikaners in a room and you get half a dozen Americans in a room and they start listening to them talk, they're all going to walk out. When it comes to politics, they're just going to walk out. Not wanting to be a proper, but don't you think it's not safe for you? It's not, oh my gosh, stop it. Stop this shit. Stop talking like, I don't need that. Jesus Christ, I swear to God, stop it. That's like the 5th person. You know what? I'm not coming back to South Africa. Y'all keep talking shit and giving people ideas. I'm not going to come. There you go. You happy with that? I'm tired of addressing this in chat. I'm not coming. I'm not coming to South Africa anymore. Fuck it. I'm tired of people coming in here and making veiled threats against me by talking about this shit. Stop it. Jesus. I swear to God. Stupid stuff. Hey, Yaku, what's going on, man? Apologies for being quiet. I had a wedding. Oh, yeah, I remember. No, you didn't miss anything. You did. You missed a lot. Ibrahim Rasul stepped on his crank, and he's out. He's out. I'm pretty sure about some of the things. I know many women have similar experiences. Sad, though. Evan is collecting stories from South Africa. He's that lawyer is also helping. Don't waste your money here, says Quids. Oh, my goodness. Living in Auckland. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I've been to Auckland. I liked Auckland, but I like Wellington more. Okay, so on that comment, stop talking about that, folks, please. All right? Stop talking about that. Okay? Just let it go. You do realize that assholes are watching this program, right? You do realize that. No, I haven't interviewed Evan Gulopter. He was busy and I've been busy, so. Thank you, 404. That's right. What comment? What comment? Yep. Good. Glad you missed it. I deleted it. Anyway. Yep. No, but people need to stop doing that. I mean, that is not helpful. Not helpful. And I've even had a moderator do it. Not helpful. Not helpful. All right? And quit talking about it. Quit talking about it. I mean, I don't understand why people, anyway, whatever. You know, you all act like we're sitting in a room with just 3 people in a room, we're talking to each other. The entire world sees this stuff. And people are you coming back to South Africa? I wouldn't tell you if I'm coming to South Africa now. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? No, the person's not a troll, Anthony. The person's not a troll. The person means well. The person means well. But people don't think what they're doing. They don't think about what they're saying. They don't think about things. They mean well, but they don't think about it, okay? OPSEC, operational security, OPSEC. All right? No, hey, Doc. Hey, Doc. How's it going, Shireen? No, the person means well, okay? And that's why it's hard to get angry. And the moderator who said something a couple days ago, they meant well too. But, you know, loose lips sink ships, okay? Loose lips sink ships, okay? Tracy, tonight you missed the space, the undocking. We almost missed it because I was chatting and the damn thing disengaged. It's like 3 meters away. I had to get it on. Yeah, exactly. You don't give 30% morons ideas, okay? All right? Life is challenging enough without that. So let's cease and desist from that kind of, and look, I'm going to have to mention this again, you know, but look, I mean, people keep talking about, then I will never come to South Africa. I will never come to South Africa again. Okay? All right? I will never come to South Africa again. Anyway, yeah, so just OPSEC, guys, operational security. My original trips to South Africa, nobody knew who I was except a few people watched my channel with shadow ban. No problem. But even then, on the first trip, I was tailed. I was observed. The people that tailed me from State Security Service, and I won't say who, I'll just use that term, thought they were clever and that I didn't know that they were tailing me. But I have counter surveillance training, okay? I'll leave it at that, okay? Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, so there you go. And then after I was in the country and they saw that I wasn't up to anything nefarious, they just backed off and left me alone. Yep. They realize there's nothing to it. That's why, I mean, look, there's no reason for anybody to have any beef with me, unless they're just a lunatic. But you can't control lunatics. I mean, I simply report the news. Yes, I give my personal bias, but I mean, I treat people fairly. If the ANC would do something good again, and they did. And yesterday I gave them credit for it. Did I not say in my video that there's good news signs from the government of South Africa? Their tweet out of the presidency was calm and measured. I would have gone further, but theirs was fine. And then senior officials in the government are saying that they can't support what Ibrahim Rasool said. He's had the training. He's been a diplomat before. He shouldn't be saying things like that. We cannot defend him insulting the president of the United States in that fashion. And if it was an American ambassador who insulted President Ramaphosa in the country in the same fashion, we would have made them persona non grata. There you go. When the rare times the ANC does something correct, I give them credit for it. Yep. Yes, I know. About them being implicated. Because of my loose lips, I'm married. Thunder says counter surveillance as a military office. Where does MI fit into that? Oh, dude, you clearly know nothing about me, do you? It's not even a state secret. It's overt. I don't know what you mean by military office. What's a military office? MI is just short for military intelligence. I served in high-risk areas, and so I've had counter-surveillance training. It's not rocket science. I've had personal protective measures training. I fired a firearm 500 rounds at a target arm's length away from me. Yep. It's a great way to get private security in South Africa. Have the government tell you. Yeah, Rasool is a good example of loose lips. Indeed, indeed, indeed. If there were people going on the airport, they're throwing stones at cars. Yeah, there you go. See, there you go. Francois Milan says, what triggered sincere interest in South Africa? Thank you for that, though. All right. Yeah, so I'll answer that question. What did I miss? Been up to my ears in flights. Day off. Hey, Philly. Flights, what are you, an air traffic controller? Yaku, thank you for the super chat. You're welcome, Yaku. Thank you for the super chat. And the question from Francois Milan, I'm going to get to in just a second here. 80% of us South African men, nobody will recognize you even if you stood next to them. Doesn't need bodyguards. There's plenty of Burmese. Okay, so your question, Francois Milan. So, all right. Sometimes I wonder if people would keep listening to the story to see if I change it. So, as a young man in the 1970s, I had no money. And things that interested me were, history. And so followed World War I, World War II, Civil War, stuff like that, American Revolutionary War. And then my interest got caught in the mid-1970s when I was 10 years old, maybe 11 years old, about the liberation conflicts in Africa, in Rhodesia, in Angola, Mozambique, all this stuff going on. And so I started following these things because they were reported in the newspaper. The war in Rhodesia was in there, and Mozambique and Angola all the time. And then Chris Marler just subscribed. And then, is it here? I moved it. It's over there. Let me go grab it. So, a former CIA officer, who's still alive, by the way, named John Stockwell. I wonder if I can reach out to him and interview him. He's in his 80s now, I think. He wrote a book called In Search of Enemies. He'd left Vietnam after it fell and been an officer there for the CIA and served in Angola, in charge of the Angola Task Force, which supported Holden Roberto and the FNLA, the Front for the National Liberation of Angola. I read this book in the 70s, right after it came out from the library. And I was fascinated. I was like, this is crazy. So that got me interested in Southern Africa. So then not too long after that, I came across a historical fiction book written by James Michener, who became my favorite author for a long time. I like John Irving a lot too. But anyway, so the book was called The Covenant, about South Africa. And it was about the Saltwood family. And it was historical fiction, taking real events, real people, fictional events, melding together and telling a story. He did that for Poland, space, Texas, Hawaii, caravans, all kinds of stuff. Centennial. And so Chesapeake. So I read that book and I was fascinated by it. So that got my interest in South Africa. I went to university at the age of 17 in 1982. And, well, I moved it to the other side of the table. I was reading it the other day. And I studied history, but I didn't focus in school. I was 17. I was just escaping from a terrible childhood. And, I was on my own for once, for free, or free on my own. And I didn't really pay attention to my studies and did poorly in school. So as the spring quarter approached, I realized I was wasting my time and other people's money because I was poor and was there on grants and student loans. So I decided to go in the Army and raise money to go to school because they give you bonuses to go to university later on if you put money into a pot. And so they offered me station of choice. I asked for Germany, so I got Germany, and I got a signal career field. So I walked into the Signal Corps. We went to Fort Gordon, basic training, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, Fort Gordon for signal school, and then off to Germany. And so while I was in Germany, I was more interested in Africa. That was we are the world, we are the children. Anyway, so that was going on with the Ethiopian famine. And I read a book by Robert Timberlake was his name, about Africa and all the challenges, ecological challenges going on there. I just got deeper and deeper into it. I had already become interested in rugby at university because I was introduced to it, and I didn't have a team because we didn't have a national team. Didn't want to support England, didn't want to support France, didn't want to support New Zealand or Australia. So I settled in South Africa since I had interest there. Became a Springbok fan in 1982. Couldn't watch rugby, but I still was a fan. And then in the mid-1980s, I started teaching myself Afrikaans after I learned German. So I learned German, and because Afrikaans' main roots come from Dutch, although it's influenced by 7 different languages. Main roots come from Dutch. If you speak English and German, you can learn Dutch if you know those two languages. Pronunciation's hard, but you can learn the language to read and write it. And then Afrikaans by extension, same thing. So I started learning Afrikaans. I went back to university after my time in the Army in 1987, and all of my history classes were focused on Africa, particularly Southern Africa. So I came back in with the intent of becoming a regular Army officer, military intelligence, make full colonel, be a regional specialist for Sub-Saharan Africa, and that's what I did. I'm a published author in political science and international relations. Macroeconomics I do, energy industry analyst, a polyglot speaking 6 languages, taught undergraduate, Iowa State, postgraduate at the Army War College, a graduate of the Tunisian L'École d'État-Major. I was guest lecturer at the G5 Sahel Defense College. So that's where the interest came from. I ran HIV programs. I did my first thesis on the housing subsidy program in South Africa that the ANC was going to introduce back in 1995 at Iowa State University. And then from there, it just kind of snowballed. So eventually I served in Tunisia, Liberia, Botswana, Malawi, Niger, Mauritania, Uganda, and Ethiopia at the African Union. I ran HIV programs across the country. I established programs. I rescued a couple programs. Ran an Ebola research program in Uganda. Also built schools and clinics, roads and wells. Trained peacekeepers, hunted terrorists, taught African militaries to respect the rule of law, did civil military affairs, worked with NGOs all over the continent, international ones like Médecins Sans Frontières, Right to Play, Catholic Relief Services, UNICEF, UN missions. Anyway, so lots of stuff. So that's kind of where it came from. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? Milan was the person that asked that question, wasn't it? Someone named Milan. Oh, it's Francois Milan. Francois, you still here to answer your question? Afrikaner's out of here. No, it's not just a hiccup. This is serious. And the fact that Trump tonight said that South Africa's on a watch list, I mean, it's just a phrase. They're not a watch list. That means they're watching South African government. They're looking for them to do something wrong. Out on a charter with VIPs stuck in India. When I'm not farming, I'm keeping the pot going. Oh, well, that's cool, Philany. Thank you very much for sharing that. No, not Tom Clancy type books, political science books. Published by Stellenbosch University, and Savage Daughter just gave £5. Yeah, Savage Daughter, no need to give the £5, but thank you for it. And I know it comes from a place of concern, but sharing it here is not the right forum, okay? Social media is not the place to share OPSEC concerns, okay? All it does is give people ideas, okay? Thank you. appreciate it, but I know that not everybody has this experience. That's why I'm saying let's not do that, okay? Not good. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for the £5, though. Thank you very much for that. Strauss wants me to read some previous chat. Okay, well, I'm not even there yet. Military officers need counterintelligence training? Was my question. Oh, no, Thunder. Okay. No, military intelligence officers aren't counterintelligence officers. That is a discipline of military intelligence. We have signals intelligence, imagery intelligence, counterintelligence, tactical intelligence, strategic intelligence. These are all intelligence fields. I was a strategic intelligence officer, a counterintelligence agent, an officer, signals intelligence officer, tactical intelligence officer. I never did imagery. I used it, but I was not an imagery officer. So yeah, I have very unusual background and experience in CV. Most people don't do most of the things I've done. I guess you might say that I wasn't good at any of them, so they kept passing me down the road. No, I was very good at all of them. Where does military intelligence fit into it? Military is not equal to the CIA. CIA is political. They in fact, you know, the fact book, the CIA fact book, which is unclassified, you can buy it. The CIA fact book is written by the CIA, but not just the CIA. The military portion is written by the Defense Intelligence Agency. So when I worked Defense Intelligence Agency, I contribute to the CIA fact book every year with statistics on South African military and Botswana and Zambia and such like that. So open source. It's unclassified. Yes, JP Dreckmeyer says, be careful when you speak, folks, about yourself, your personal identifying information. Somebody the other day put my birth date and my name in here, and that's bullshit. You don't do that. You don't put someone's birth date and put their name in here. That's a violation of law here in the United States. You don't do that. I've told you the day I'm born, but that's me speaking verbally. But you don't put that in the chat. That's just wrong. And the person was lucky I didn't just block them because they really pissed me off. Showing applications away. What does that mean, showing applications? I don't know what that means. What do you mean showing applications away? Did you type the wrong word there? I don't know what showing applications means. No, the CIA doesn't have, we all know, you don't know what you're talking about, Thunder. The CIA has files. No, they don't. That's illegal. That's illegal. CIA can't collect files on military officers. What are you talking about? That's a federal crime. They can't do that. They don't have files on military officers. No. You guys are reading too many spy novels. You're watching too much of friggin' Jason Bourne. Yeah, Play24 says, if you think... Hang on a second here. Good morning, Martin Williams Bernard. Overslept. Okay. Ryan Kinkowski with the interview with you for... okay. Yes. Ryan, Jaretha, send me a WhatsApp. I prefer WhatsApp. That I'm more likely to say, okay? Okay. You seem to have done well, Colonel. You spend a lifetime trying to figure out this place out. I'm still none the wiser. Yeah, here it is. Play 24. If you think these channels do not catch attention, you're very, very mistaken. I'd love to talk about the subject so much to share, but you know better, so zip it. Yeah, let me talk about that specifically. Okay, so let me talk about that very specifically, Play 24. So, for instance, are people watching this channel? Yeah. Okay, in the past week, I have seen a news story run by News 24 in which I did a video, and I said that, they said Lady Pondor was here in the States, trying to build relations. And I said, not Lady Pondor. I said Newsroom 24, Newsroom Africa reported this. If that's true, that's a foolhardy move. Why? Because she's the last person you want to send here. She's one of the main reasons why there's tension between the U.S. and South Africa. She specifically called out in the 2024 resolution that the House put forward. Her name, right there, not Lady Pondor, 3 times. Within 2 hours, it was off of Newsroom Africa. They'd gone out and got Vincent Mongwenya, the presidency spokesperson, and they just removed that video and said, no, they changed the story, completely removed it. Okay, so why did they do that? Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe they saw my video, maybe they didn't. Business Tech ran a story. Great story. It was factual. First part. Then the second part was all that stuff from a Canadian immigration consultant in which he claimed that this was asylum and then rubbished and said the U.S., there's nefarious, they're up to something. I wouldn't trust them. Basically, my words, not his, but that was the gist of what he said. And he said, but coming to Canada, we're great for immigration. We can get you there. We need people with skills. Like, okay. So in that story, they quote him as saying what he actually said, because I saw the video. I watched the video, and I commented on it, did it previously. And in that video, he said, asylum. I called that out when I reported that story and said, it wasn't asylum, it's refugee status, and he's incorrect. The next day, that Business Tech article, when I went back to show it to people, the editing had been done. It went from refugee to asylum. They misquoted him by putting refugee in there. They took asylum out, put refugee in there. Now, coincidence? Okay, that's 2 times. Then Rebecca Davis does a story in Daily Maverick in which she says that there's little evidence that AfriForum and Solidarity met with anybody in America. They're just pulling the wool over your eyes. Don't believe them. They didn't meet anybody. We don't have the receipts. There's no proof of it. In fact, the only proof they were even in the States is there's a photograph with Joel Pollack, and then they were interviewed by some right-wing podcaster in a Starbucks coffee house. Well, I'm the right-wing podcaster, apparently. Not a university professor, not a polyglot, not a published author, not a radio host, not an accomplished military officer. Intentionally slandering me and not putting my name out there because she knows it would undermine her story. So she put that out there. And that's all within like 72 hours. And then Newsroom Africa put a story up, which I had to refute, in which they said that last week our colleague was on here, and our colleague was talking to Professor Amanda Khos from Stellenbosch University, and a former colonel disparaged or, trashed what she had to, rubbish what she had to say about land reform. Okay, number one, I'm not a former colonel. I'm a colonel. That doesn't change. I'm retired, but I'm subject to recall. And I was actually available for a voluntary recall last year, and I refused it. I was asked to come back to the War College and go back on active duty, and I turned it down, which was very lucrative to keep doing this, by the way. So because they're short colonels. And so the Secretary of the Army authorized a voluntary recall of a limited number of officers. So I could have gone back in active duty and got a lot more money than I get now. More than my retirement, that's for darn sure, plus the housing allowance. So I'm not a former colonel, I'm a retired colonel. So that's wrong. There's no such thing as former when you're a retiree. If I had never retired, then I could be a former colonel, but I'm still a colonel and I will remain a colonel unless I pick up another title, ambassador, senator, president, congressman, dictator of the world, something like that. You keep your highest title. You keep all the other ones. So also, I never said anything. I went back and watched the entire 8-minute 33 video. I didn't say anything about land reform. What I questioned from Amanda Khos was that she claimed that the U.S., because AfriForum and Solidarity went to the States, sanctions were applied to South Africa. Okay, number one, there are no sanctions in South Africa. And I asked, I said, show me, Professor Khos, where are the sanctions? There's no gray listing, there's no SWIFT removal, there's no tariffs, there's no embargo on trade, there's no banning of Americans from going to South Africa. What sanctions in place on you? The only thing that happened is the United States suspended foreign aid. But you're not the only ones. Trump suspended global aid for the entire planet on January 20th. And only South Africa got out and whined about it. You picking on us, you racist. Well, you open your mouth and fuck with the bull and you get the horns. And Trump gave you the horns on the 7th of February after more than that. Harassing the United States, talking big shit about the United States. You're pathetic little members of government who think that they're important in the world, pissed off the bull. And so Trump put an executive order. And all he did was suspend aid for good. But you earned that by attacking America, being stupid. If you've been quiet like Burma or like Pakistan and Tunisia and Botswana and Tanzania, you'd still be getting aid when it comes back, if it comes back. But no, you had to piss all over Donald Trump's leg. Anyway, so I said, where are the sanctions? And then she also said there was hate speech. I'm like, what hate speech? There's nothing that AfriForum and Solidarity said or did that's reported in the press that's hate speech, and certainly nothing I did that's hate speech. So I rubbished that too. But I didn't talk about land. That's a lie. I'm not a former colonel, and I didn't talk about land. So within the span of 72 hours, Newsroom Africa changed the report. Newsroom Africa lied about what I said and who I am. Rebecca Davis misled people about who I am intentionally so that she could try to ruin my credibility. And then we also had a story change, all within 72 hours. So back to Play 24's point. People are watching. This isn't a private little conversation. We're all sitting in, Barack Obama's and having a good time with the bubblegum milkshakes. This isn't what this is, folks. So if you don't realize that, you have to wake up. I have to be very circumspect about what I say. I already have people stealing my content and altering it to make it look like it's something it's not. You notice they don't steal my interview with the Go-Go in replay. They don't do that. They don't steal my interviews with the Forum for Democrats, or my conversations with Dumo Dengo Koketsu Watsani, or my conversations with Karu Charu, or my interview of Dax, or on and on and on and on and on. When I deal with people of color and I promote people of color, they don't do that. They only zero in on what suits their world narrative so they can create the fiction that whatever you want to call me. Because they're shameful, disgusting, vile excuses for human beings. That's the bottom line there, folks. Isterfark says, you seem to have done well. Well, I tried, man. I tried. If it wasn't for people speaking up, the world would still see South Africa in 1995. Well, Arctic, I've been speaking up for 5 years and still getting shadow banned. Okay. Good morning, Martin. Okay. Savage Daughter, thank you for the apologies. Depends on who is willing to take the risk and who is in the firing line. Not the forum to share this info here. Yep. Sunlight does disinfect. That's why I do these videos. And again, when the ANC does something good, I'll cover it. I did. Their response officially was pretty good. But they're just whistling past the cemetery when Ramaphosa says, oh, no, it's just a bump in the road. Dude, this is a bump the size of Mount Everest, okay? Get it together. Yeah, I am more scared of Arctic's drinking habits than anything else. When I win the lotto, there will be 6 zeros behind the fiver. Okay, Savage Daughter, I'm going to hold you to that. Enrolling military, but it's going to be too late, Red John. I'm sorry. Red John, like from The Mentalist, Red John. Wow, that was a great character they created, evil character, but Red John. Yeah, Red John, it's going to be too late, brother. You can check the other service, but the Army's 34. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, in South Africa, the Pope app is big. That's why it's frustrating. But it wasn't a South African that put that information up there. It was an American. So the CIA splintered from military second war, but it was called no, it didn't. The Office of Strategic Studies was not a military arm. It belonged to the president. And it had military personnel assigned to it, and that's why you think it's military. Wild Bill Donovan. It wasn't military. The Army had its own intelligence. Navy had its own intelligence. Wonderful that you have an open and curious mind. Reminds me of my hubby. You're welcome to visit our small slice of heaven. Plenty of history and interesting facts. Where is that at, Tracy? You didn't tell me. Where is that small slice of heaven? Okay. Your show, as many others, serves a reminder that once something is shared on the internet, it's never truly gone. Yep. Yeah, Tracy, where is that little, you don't have to tell me exact spot, man. Social media privacy erodes and we don't even realize the extent. I know, Isterfark, people are very careless with their information. Very careless. Very careless. I have a theory, probably way off, but I suspect cancer is working with planned propaganda. Just my thought. No, I think the ANC has a plan, but their plan is ignorant of reality. They need to get their act together. JP Dreckmeyer says you have a great soul, patriot of good values, not just a U.S. patriot. Thank you. Yeah, JP, I've tried. Thank you for being here for a long time. Not difficult to figure out. Piss on Trump and get sanctioned. Moan about sanctions like ZANU PF does. Yep. Charles says ambassador sounds good. Invites. Yeah. Well, I would do open stuff with folks if I was there. So absolutely, I would engage as much as I'm allowed to with the public in South Africa. Yep. If I was there. Nearly 60,000. Yeah, it's a slow roll there. No, March has been much slower than February. February was so exciting. Every day, 1,000, 2,000 subscribers. It was incredible. Incredible. Hate speech because you guys aren't going with my racist narrative. I'm sure that's common sense. Wanted to be in mobile infantry, so I got offered a position in intelligence, so I denied their offer. Mobile infantry, you sound like Starship Troopers. The mobile infantry made me what I am. Dudes has no legs. Remember that. Hugo Vasson, welcome to you. Debbie, what's going on? Okay. We'll need to get going soon. All right, Fred. Actually saw them retrain. There's a threat circulating that the black rep. What's this? We all want invites. What's crazy is that South Africa used to have such a great independent news scene. I know. Daily Maverick. When Mail and Guardian came out, it was brilliant. The Daily Maverick was very, and the Daily Maverick still does. It used to be 80% good, then 60%. Now it's maybe 50% good of good reporting and investigative reporting, but 50% of it's just total crap. News 24 has always been crap. So, yeah, the first casualty of war is truth, and this is a war. Okay, Alex Jones had a brilliant name. I wish he hadn't picked the name because I would have picked it for my channel. InfoWars. It's an information war. That's what's going on here. Look at what they say and do about Trump. And they've gotten away with it for years. Yeah, the news made are so lazy, they just go sponge off YouTube channels to get the news. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll really sponge off of when they, first off, they take my correct information and distort it and get it wrong. So that's bad. But imagine they're taking the conspiracy theories and nonsense of people who don't bother to try to get it right. Then they're really getting it wrong. They need to attack your credibility because they need to feel relevant. Your stuff is really straight stuff. Smaller people who steal your product. Yeah, no. I mean, there's one guy who's got like 1,000 subscribers, been stealing my content and misleading and trying to act all high and mighty. The guy's an ass. He's an ass. It's whatever. Whatever. I can't control that. I can't stop it. And if I accuse them of copyright strikes, then yeah, I'm not going to be petty like that. Tracy will WhatsApp me. That'll be great, Tracy. Thank you for that. I think ANC took money to do all this. I think so too. I think it took it from Tehran. I have no evidence of that. That's an opinion. That's just supposition. But there's too many indicators that would lead me to believe that. Yep. I think the ANC took money to do all this. Okay, I already read that. Nothing is more painful or piercing than the truth. People often resist it. Yeah, no, look. I agree with you 100%. I think Trump should have focused on a couple countries instead of just going whole hog over the whole world. Reel a couple countries in or a couple entities in and then go for them. I would have held off on sanctions against the European Union or tariffs against them until Mexico and Canada were under control. Just saying. Just saying. Your grandfather was a colonel in intelligence 30 years ago. Thank you for that, Doretta Fundameva. Okay. The point I was trying to make is that if the CIA has a file on you, chances are it has been leaked to South Africa. Well, there's nothing to have a file on, so they'd be very bored. What did Amanda say? Trump needs to revoke Hunter's security clearance. Yep, did it. Been there, done that. Already did it. So that video I put out earlier today. Here it is. There's a link to that video. Already covered Hunter Biden. Pulled a security detail already. Chris, you mentioned that you have a gaming PC. Any games play? Not much in the way of games these days. On this computer, I've got Diablo 2 Resurrected, Total War Medieval 2 Definitive Edition, Hearts of Iron 3, which is antiquated, Age of Empires, and what's this other game I have? Sid Meier's Civilization 5, and then I have the space one, Stellaris. Stellaris is pretty cool, but I haven't played a single game since Trump came in office. I've had no time. I mean, I'm working 15, 18 hours a day every day. Did you know that Mr. Ramposa is Yes, Valerie. You need to read my channel. You need to look at my videos. I covered many of Palapala's events quite a bit. Kioma said, I just stole your heart. Okay, all right, interesting. Went to an aircraft show and they sell Mopani worms. What? Was watching it this morning. Brilliant segment as usual. Well, thank you, Debbie. But you're biased. You like me. So there's 3 carrier battle groups being assigned to the whole Iran theater. That's a whole lot of heart. Oh, yeah, Isterfark. That's a lot. A carrier group by itself is a lot. Age of Empires. Oh, God, how I miss that game. Yeah, this version I don't care for so much. It's hard to beat, even in the easiest settings. Trump has got too many spokes in the fire. Yeah, he would have been better off focusing on a few. I agree. InfoWars name sounds like Michael Akin's book, Mind War. Yeah, he does have a great head on his shoulders, and it's proven successful. I'm not debating or arguing against what Trump has done. I'm just saying that I would have done it differently. But then I would have done a lot of things. Age of Empires, all versions still available on Steam. Yeah, Steam sucks. This is the first time I've ever been able to get Steam to work. Every computer I've had since this Steam crap came along, stuff never works. And the worst part about it is I bought software, and then later they fell under Steam, and then Steam would steal my program. I couldn't play it unless I played in Steam, and then it wouldn't work in Steam. I hate Steam. Steam is a scam. It's a scam. It's the worst thing that ever happened to PC gaming. The worst thing that ever happened to it. Yep. Diablo. Yeah. The problem is I'd have to have a second computer here because when I put it on, it doesn't stay on one screen, and so it takes over the PC. So I can't play the games like this. I don't know how people do it. They must like play on a laptop or play on a PC and have another camera from another PC streaming. I don't know. Yeah, there's a new sheriff in town, and the ANC just doesn't get it. They think the same old tactics that they use to hoodwink South Africans will work on the international scene. It's not working. Joe Biden was an idiot, so, I mean, it's easy to fool him. But even Joe Biden was wise to what's going on in South Africa. Imagine that. All I want in America is a 3-bedroom house, 2 cars, go to work, pay back dues. It's all that fair. Well, you're not asking for a whole lot there, James Duvall. Yep, and that's why people need to be patient about the recuperating. It's much bigger fish to fry. Exactly. Thank you for the subscription, JB. If you ever get to rest again, when things calm down, give Kerbal space program. Okay. All right. Kioma, remind me of that. Kerbal space. Let me check it out. Okay. Oh, that looks like a silly program. It's on Steam too. Okay. Go sleep, Opa. It's 2:20. Yeah, I've got to do videos after this. In fact, I'm thinking I might not publish that video. I don't know. Hilarious. Okay, I'm going to leave my Steam password in my last will and testament. It's my greatest treasure, says William Peters. Well, it's not mine. I hate it. It ruined PC gaming. Back in the day, PC gaming was so awesome. Man, I played so many games. So much fun over the years. And they just pissed it all down the drain. It's like DVDs, you know. They pissed that. It's like television. It's all woke now. America's 11% black, but my TV shows are 80% black. America's 5% gay, but my TV shows are 50% gay. It's science fiction, man. Just science fiction. Yeah, well, it is the only way, and that's why it's ruined. That's why I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They've ruined it. This is the first game. This is a custom-built PC gaming machine that I built. Well, I ordered. I didn't actually build it myself, but I ordered it from iBuy. What's that? iBuy Power. Back in 2020, December 2020, yeah. And then December 31st, and I got it in February. It came, and it's the last time I buy a PC from them because the first thing is I open the case up, and the frickin' memory card is hanging out. It's not even mounted properly. They're so lazy, little shits. How'd they even check that? They didn't lock the 2 little locks down on it, so it rattled out in shipment. Fortunately, I caught it so I didn't damage the chip and put it back in there. Also, the motherboard is disabled, so I can't go to Windows 11. I don't know what the hell that's all about. I haven't messed around with that because I'm fine with Windows 10. Space Engineers. That sounds interesting. I'm not a World of Warcraft guy. I played a lot of Wolfenstein back in the day, way back in the day. I can honestly say that Colonel Chris is right in the middle of reporting. He is not far right. Thank you. Honest reporting. See that? It says, no, Lisa Fundervault. I am in the middle. I'm a conservative, but I'm objective in my news reporting. Like I said, I complimented the ANC earlier. Their response was very good, very smart. Now, Cyril's delusional, but Cyril's talking to domestic audience that we're okay. This is a bump in the road, dude. This is the frickin' Alps that are in the way. It's not a bump in the road. It's not a speed bump. It's a frickin' mountain, and you're making it worse. You can tell that to a domestic audience, but you can't tell that to Washington. SimCity, I used to love SimCity. Yep. Did anybody play Second Life? Console gaming sucks. Oh, gosh. You get locked in. The damn console games are so expensive, and they're always upgrading, and you got to sit in front of a TV to play it. I want to sit on a PC. Does anybody play Second Life? Yeah, he's on a watch list, Goodman. I'm glad you saw that. Wolfenstein wasn't awesome. It was, and it was on a basic PC game, man. It was so cool. I used to play Santa Paravia. Anyone heard of Santa Paravia? That's a long time ago. Don't look down on consoles. Well, I do look down on consoles. I think they're stupid. I use Windows 11 and Marie now, just not on this gaming machine. I have it on my laptop. I have it on both my laptops. Yes, and it's okay. It's not great. 10 was good. You need to decide either they're complete morons or they're geniuses playing a long game. Yeah, that's right. They're one or the other. Yeah, Charles says, I hate console gaming even though I'm a gamer. Yep, PC only. There you go, Charles. Can't decide when dealing with unknowns. No, but PC is... Humphrey says PC stupid. No. Console stupid. PC good. Be a good Neanderthal. No, console bad, PC good. City of Johannesburg considering naming streets and places. Yeah, in honor of, yeah, I know. How can you explain to folks that apartheid was evil, but Israel is good? Huh? I don't understand your question, Jonathan. See a lot about chemtrails. Oh, this chemtrails, that's nonsense. Can you get your website to work? What website? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Thunder? What website? I haven't had a website in years. I let my domain expire a long time ago, at least 10 years ago. I haven't seen Wolfenstein in years. Diablo was incredible, though. They think conservatives are right-wing racists because we're not wackadoodles on the left of center. Anything that's not completely left of center, you know, they call the DA right-wing. The DA is a leftist party. The DA is even remotely right-wing. Anything that isn't stupid on the left, they call right-wing. They're just dumb people. YouTube froze. Okay. They waste so much money on changing street names. Yeah, when there's no water, there's crime is rampant. Kids don't have money. PC bad, too many buttons. James Duvall. Well, we're higher order Neanderthals here. We can handle the keyboard. What about sniper games? It's always good. I don't do sniper stuff. Coming to USA as a refugee, can you bring your console with you? I guess, Ross, we can let you in with that. Yeah, well, if your console has dual voltage power plug, yeah. Or maybe my intent was to let him bring it so it would burn up. Actually, if you have a 230, it won't burn up. The opposite will. You put a 110 and 230, you'll fry it. You put a 230 or 220 into a 110 outlet, you won't fry it. It just won't work. It'll run really slow. When we have power, we don't have water. When we have water, we don't have power. And they never pick up the rubbish. Oh, the plug won't fit because your plugs are the size of a frickin' Bucky, man. You know, outrageously large plugs. Russian files are on his console. Thunder, what website, man? You mentioned website. What website? Oh, you thought the power would make it faster. Oh, because it went from 110 to 220? Respect for being up still at this time for the stream efforts. Appreciated. You're welcome, Werner. I try. We try. Rome Total War. I had that. That was pretty good. There's this one game I had back in the 90s. It was like a medieval Germany thing. I cannot remember the game for the life of me. I can't believe I must have gotten rid of that game at some point. But it was incredible. It was so cool. You march around on the map. You go to these towns and you get weapons and you do things. It was so cool. I loved it. Watch Geeks and Gamers. No. Yeah, Jacques Nolte, people keep saying that, but I haven't done the research. Apparently, there was something on Judge Napolitano's thing. So, and excuse me. Also, Morning Shot did a video about it, but I have to take a closer look at it, and I haven't had time for that. I run in with a fellow Afrikaner who demanded release a full list of members. I get it. Transparency can feel reassuring. No. Why would you really? No, that's nobody's business. That's a private matter. Who's a member of that? No, I can't even tell you who members of my channel. Well, I could actually, but I'm not going to tell you that. That's stupid. That's stupid. It's a different world. It isn't 1975, 1980, folks. You can't share information like that. There are evil people out there who have evil intent, and they'll use it. Age of Mythology. I like that one, Xander. Age of Mythology. Yeah, got that one too. PS5 is good with a K4 monitor. Don't get the point of Americanas at all. I guess they want to make information available to help people come here. Yeah, they can release numbers, but no names. No, that's if they do that, that's going to be problematic from a U.S. standpoint. That's privately identifiable information. They could be sued for that if they do that. Yep. Nick says that's why they say right wing. Well, no, their money doesn't come from the Oppenheimers. That's a myth. That's a myth. Where do you get that? We've seen where their funding comes from. It's disclosed. It's a matter of public record. Like the ANC, they get it from think tanks and others. All right, Jules, take care. Did I play Commandos? No, but I played, what was that one? What the hell is that game? Oh, man, I can't remember that game. What the hell was that? PC Space Games, okay. These are new ones. I don't want current ones. I want old stuff. I go classic, okay. I haven't heard of these games. Battlefleet Gothic. There's Stellaris, 2016. Yep. There was this other space game that was unbelievable back in the day in 1990s. Man, this is cool. I don't even know the name. It was so cool. And it was brutal. You have these different aliens races, and you would go from you pick a race and you go from one place to another, and you like warp through space. You pop out and you're in the middle of a battle if you're not careful. Wow. Ground news, they carry everything. Okay. Red Alert, that's the one. Red Alert, Command and Conquer. That's the one I was thinking of, Jan. That's the one I was just thinking of. Red Alert, Command and Conquer. Yeah. Europa Universalis, I never got that game. It never did anything for me. Yeah. I'm looking to see if there's how far this goes back. Space Engineers, okay. There's the Kerbal Space Program. 2015 that came out. See, these are old, man. There's nothing. This is stuff comes back years ago. I mean, we used to have PC Magazine. That was fantastic. I used to read every issue of PC Magazine. I went digital only. It sucked. Yep. StarCraft. StarCraft was okay. I never liked Myst. Myst was a dumb game. Can't find my WhatsApp number, Tracy. Okay. I'm not going to share that in a chat. Are you on the group? You're one of the groups? If you're one of the groups, then you'll have it. If you're not in one of the groups, then you'll have to go to Telegram where I have it. I didn't like Homeworld either. My husband used to play Doom, and I would come up behind him and scare him. Linda, that's not nice. Your friend raves about Steam. Well, I don't. Steam is cock. Let me see. Let me open up my Steam account. Okay, where are we at here? Steam. Where's the hell is Steam at? Well, actually, over here, actually. There it is, Steam. Okay. Okay, my library. Let's see what I've got in my library here. Okay. Got Medieval 2, Hearts of Iron, Age of Empires, Stellaris, Age of Empires, HD Edition, Civilization 5, Hearts of Iron 2, Arsenal of Democracy, Crusader Kings, Victoria, Total War Empire, and then I got a bunch of updates on Stellaris there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games in here. Yep. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Well, Neville, you make a point that no country has a right to interfere with the internal laws and policy of a sovereign nation, but there is international relations theory that says, in fact, that's not true. That there is a time when it's appropriate to interfere because there's human rights are affected and you can't let people be exterminated. I mean, the world sat by and watched Cambodia and the killing fields, did nothing about it. The world stood by and watched the Nazis exterminate Jews and Christians and aristocracy and homosexuals and mixed race Germans and communists and socialists and Sinti and Roma. Yeah. Pol Pot, yep. Xbox. What's with a good bottle of whiskey? Hey, what did Emery say? VR games like a cheap holiday. Yeah, I don't do VR stuff. That's... Anyway. No, never play VR. Not my thing. Rome 1 and 2. Napoleonic version. Alrighty, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here, okay? 3 hours. Didn't realize we did this 3 hours. So let's wrap it up here because we're chatting about the games. Had a good time. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. Have a good night. And I'll catch you later in the day. Oh, by the way, it's Tuesday. Kanthan Pillay and I will be talking at 4 p.m. South Africa time. Iconic with Kanthan and Chris, okay? So tune in for that. So 4 p.m. if you're available, if you're not working, you got something to do, join us. One game on Steam over 13. Good Lord. What do you do? Just leave it run in the background for days on end? Children say Mobile Legends is the thing. All right. You guys have a good night. We'll see you later today. Thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chats. All right. Everybody have a good night or a good day, I should say. It's a day for you, most of you guys. Those on this side have a good night. Cheers.